Welcome back once again to Campbell County High School here on FM 92.7, FM 94.7, prepradio.com, and Oak Ridge Schools Television Channel 15. We're about a minute and 50 away from the start of this game, or at least the starting lineups in the national anthem. As expected, as we get up to Campbell County, they have a good crowd forming here. No surprise here. Their girls basketball team and our girls basketball team have played some outstanding games over the last several years. The two co-champions of the district the last 2 years. As Lee Wexler said earlier, Campbell County cannot win the championship, but they can definitely play spoiler here tonight, as I've been saying that all week long. Hopefully the Lady Wildcats will be ready, because Campbell County is going to give us our best effort tonight.
Yeah, they really are, David. This is quite a rivalry, as we see every year, David. The girls, last year we split the, you probably said this, but we split the district championship last year, and the year before. So, this is a rivalry that is just, unprecedented in our district. So, expect both teams to play hard tonight.
We're getting ready to have the starting lineups announced. Looks like we're going to have the ROTC color guard come out to the center of the floor. So it looks like we'll be taking another break here. When we come back, Mark will have the Mortgage Investors Group starting lineups, and that'll be coming up in a moment. We are live here on Campbell County High School. Next week we have 3 ball games for you. Tuesday, Rise Up. And official just got me. He just said rise up to me. Sorry about that. We've got 2 games. Cleveland on Tuesday. Thursday, the Wildcats will be at East Hamilton High School. And then on Saturday, the Wildcats will close out their season against the Fulton Falcons at the Wildcat Arena. Moments away from the national anthem, so we'll take a break. We'll send it back to Brian Bennett. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
Will you please rise and remove your hats for the presentation of the United States and Tennessee colors? Please direct your attention to the south end of the gym, where the Campbell County Junior Reserve Officers Training Corps is presenting the national and state colors. Tonight's color guard consists of color guard cadets Austin Ayers and Gabriel Morton. The Tennessee State color bearer is Cadet Gracie Norman. The United States color bearer and commander of tonight's color guard is Cadet Journey Williams. Will you please stand and join us for the national anthem, and please remain standing until the color guard has left the floor.
Mark Hayes back here at Campbell County High School, where we are getting set for the Lady Wildcats as they take on the hosting Campbell County Lady Cougars. Starting for the Lady Cougars, they'll come out with Kaylee Jordan, followed by Alyssa Brown, Macy Monday, Cora Browning, and Emily Ellison and Madison Brady. Kaylee Jordan is not a starter, so it'll be Alyssa Brown, Macy Monday, Cora Browning, Emily Ellison, and Madison Brady. Lady Wildcats will come out with their typical starting five. That'll be Kamari Mitchell-Steen, followed by Samaj Clark, Bree Dunbar, Rajay Eccles, and Hope Holt.
Thanks a lot, Mark. We are about to get set here. Well, we're kind of eager to see how Madison Brady is. She is wearing a heavy knee brace on her right knee. And, we saw her at the Wildcat Arena the other day, and she looked a little bit nimble, but, she's always dominated us. I mean, she only had 9 points the last time the two teams played, but she's had games where she's been mostly in double figures against us. I'll be eager to see, honestly, her mobility in this ball game.
Yeah, I will too, David, because I was kind of watching her, during warm-ups and kind of walking around it. I thought she was kind of gentle on it, so we'll see. Because when we saw her last Friday, a week ago exactly, she was very limited with it.
Ball up controlled by Oak Ridge, and we are underway here at Campbell County High School. With the basketball will come Brianna Dunbar. Works the ball to Hope Holt, who drives to the left extension of the free throw line, gives it into Samaj Clark, drives in for a little 6-footer. It's up good. Good start for the Lady Wildcats as Samaj Clark drops one in for the first 2 points, and down the floor with the basketball will come the Lady Cougars. Oak Ridge puts on the press. With the basketball will come the Lady Cougars, number 12. That's Elisa Brown. She works the ball across the time stripe, works the ball up to the top of the circle. Here it goes to Emily Ellison. To Brady, to Ellison. Out of walk with the basketball. Works the ball right side of Brown. Brown harassed, lost the ball. Taken on the floor by Oak Ridge. Wildcats are going to get a layup if they can get a good pass. Here's Bree Dunbar. One dribble, one shot, 2 points off the glass. And the Lady Wildcats lead it by a score of 4-0. 7:17 to play in the first quarter. And down the floor with the basketball will come Campbell County. Moving right to left, wearing their all-white jerseys with blue and orange. The Wildcats in their road grays and cardinal. Trap set. They work the ball inside of Brady for the shot. Good. Brady scores. They went for the trap and the steal, but the Lady Wildcats left Brady wide open. That was an easy 2.
Yeah, credit Madison Brady. She really had good position down there on the block as a travel was called on the Lady Wildcats, being Hope Holt. But, Madison Brady had really good position in there.
They'll have the basketball side rig court. The Lady Wildcats on top by a score of 4-2. Just underway. 6 minutes, 53 seconds to play in the first quarter. Down the floor will come Campbell County. Wildcats meet her at the midcourt line. She almost throws the ball away. Saved by the Cougars. Driving with will come Ellison. Kicks the ball back out. They dribble in. Left extension of the free throw line. Shot is up. No good. Rebounded by Dunbar. Dunbar pushes it up the floor for the Lady Wildcats. Gives it up to Kamari Mitchell-Steen for the layup. Good. Lady Wildcats watch Coach Honeycutt call a timeout. 6-2 our score. Oak Ridge on top of Campbell County. We'll take a quick break. We'll send it back to Brian Bennett. We'll be back to Campbell County in 30 seconds. Welcome back to Campbell County High School. Lady Wildcats with a quick start. 6-2 they lead. The Wildcats put the press on once again. They work the ball across court to number 4 in the basketball game. That's Kaylee Jordan. She backs it up with a pass over to Cora Browning. Browning dribbles to the top of the circle, looks down low, fires a pass inside. They get a shot up. Good. They score inside with Emily Ellison, and it's a 2-point game. 6-4 the score. Too much middle penetration for the Lady Cougars as Samaj just lost the ball. Campbell County is going to bring the ball across the line after the turnover. And then the Wildcats almost get the ball away from her, and they're going to throw the ball, and then a foul is going to be called against Kamari. A little bit too aggressive that time is called against them. In the first ball game, Kamari only had 6 points against the Lady Cougars, and that's got to change in this ball game. She struggled against Powell. I know she wants to make things right here tonight. With the basketball will come the Lady Cougars. 6-4 our score. 5:48 to play in the first period. With the basketball will come Cora Browning. She's a 5'9" player, guarded by Brianna Dunbar. 5-second count was on, so she had to give it up to Ellison. Ellison lobs it into Brady. Brady for the shot. Good. Just over the top of Rajay Eccles, and that's her 4th point, and we're tied at 6. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. A couple turnovers to start the ball game. Lady Wildcats with Hope Holt dribbling left, stops, looks for help, gives it off to Kamari, penetrates the paint, drives in for the shot, no good, grabs her own rebound, and then kicks the ball back out to Dunbar. Brianna Dunbar fakes a 3, dribbles left, gives it into Hope. Hope drives in all the way to the hole, shot is no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Rajay Eccles. It's hard going against Madison Brady because she's a big girl. She takes up a lot of space, and it's just very difficult to go inside against her.
Yeah, it is, Dave. But, I really like that move that Hope Holt did right there. She kind of sidestepped Madison. She kind of tried to spin it off the backboard, and unfortunately it just did not go in for the Lady Wildcats.
We're tied at 6, Campbell County basketball. Madison Brady with the basketball, swings it across to Ellison, a good 3-point shooter, up, no good. Rebounded by Rajay Eccles. Lady Wildcats wanting to run. Here comes Dunbar down the floor, didn't have the numbers. Has to back it up with a pass to Kamari Mitchell-Steen. Steen dribbles in against Brady, takes it strong to the hole, no good. Rebounded by the Lady Cougars. 6-6 our score, 4:40 to play in the first period. Campbell County basketball, driving down the floor is a steal by Kamari, taken away by Brianna Dunbar. 6-6 our score, here come the Lady Wildcats. Moving left to right, Bree to the left side, gives it up to Hope, she comes cross court, gives it off to Kamari, wide open 3, boy they need it. Good! 10 Bank of Oak Ridge 3 by Kamari Mitchell-Steen, and she has 5, and the Lady Wildcat lead is 3. 9-6 our score, 4:17 to play in the first quarter. Down the floor with the basketball will come the Lady Cougars. Another steal. Kamari Mitchell-Steen picks the pocket of Emily Ellison. She drives for the layup. Good. Lady Wildcats with another fast break. That's 8 points on fast breaks for the Lady Wildcats, and they lead it by a score of 11-6, and Campbell County turns the ball over. Oak Ridge's pressure. You don't always get turnovers, Marquez, but if you speed them up, you cause them to make mistakes.
Yeah, you do, and the Lady Wildcats are doing a great job of that. I mean, I think we would obviously have more points if not for our silly turnovers. We've had quite a few already.
Talia Davis going to work the ball in. Then it comes to Hope. She drives left, gives it out to Kamari in the left corner, dribbles out, penetrates in, kicks the ball back out to Dunbar. Dunbar, a long 3, lots of rotation, missed a shot though. Rebounded by Campbell County's Kaylee Jordan. Here come the Cougars, moving right to left, trailing Oak Ridge 11-6. The last time the two teams played, you might remember the game, it was 36-30 was the final score, a low scoring affair at the Wildcat Arena, but that was over 2 months ago, back in early December. Here comes Campbell County with the basketball. Elisa Brown works the ball cross court. It goes to Ellison. Emily Ellison holds the ball, backs it up with a pass to Browning. She throws the ball away. Tried to get the ball inside to Madison Brady. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. 3:22 to play first quarter. 11-6. The Lady Wildcats in the lead. Here comes Brianna Dunbar down the floor for the Lady Wildcats. Incidentally, with her, I think you said Kamari has 5 points in the ball game. 7 points now as the Wildcats. She now has scored over 500 points this season. Good defense by Campbell County, denying Oak Ridge against his zone. Kamari's going to pull up, take a 10-footer, no good. Missed it. Rebounded by Kaylee Jordan. Here come the Lady Cougars down the floor. The Wildcats want to trap them at the midcourt line. Dribbling across will come Brown. She works the ball to the right. She fires the ball down the floor. Knocked out of bounds by Rajay Eccles. 2:49 to play in the first quarter. 11-6 Oak Ridge. Campbell County will get Rayleigh Snodgrass into the ball game. Checking out of the contest for them will come Cora Browning. To work the ball in will be Campbell County. Underneath the goal to work it in will be Jordan. Here's the pass, nearly intercepted, and it is. Intercepted by Talia Davis. Talia dribbles the ball, and she dribbles it off her foot because she was tripped. The trailing official had to see that, Mark. Had to see that.
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe that wasn't called a foul, David. The lady, unfortunately, she fell down, but when she fell down, she kind of took out one of the ankles of the Lady Wildcats, and, how that's not called a foul, I'm not sure.
Campbell County throws the ball down the floor, driving all the way to the baseline. They get a shot up, partially rejected. They get the rebound. The Wildcats all over them defensively. Here comes Big Brady for the shot, no good. Big rebound by Rajay, knocked out by Madison Brady. She is so intimidating inside. I mean, she's not the swiftest of foot, but she has some really nice post moves.
She really does, David. And, you know, you can tell when she's determined to take it in, and nothing's going to stop her. And that's how it was there. Unfortunately, she just didn't have a good, her feet set as a shot up and good by Brianna Dunbar. Brianna now with 4 points.
And the Lady Wildcat lead is 13-6. 2:12 to play in the first period. Here comes Campbell County down the floor, about to be trapped. They work it across the way to Snodgrass. Sings it out to Ellison. You got to pick her up. She'll knock him down every time. I know Coach Ribbon's not going to be happy about that. You have got to pick her up. The Lady Wildcat's going to run out. On the other end, no good. Rebounded back up by Oak Ridge, no good. Then knocked out by Campbell County. Here come the Lady Cougars down the floor. All the way down the floor, they're going to drive in, work the ball for an 8-footer. It's good. 5 straight points, and it's a 2-point game, 13-11. You got to guard Ellison. They've got to know where she is on the floor.
Yeah, you can't. You're exactly right, David. You cannot let her have free reign like we did with some of the PAL players, David.
Lady Wildcat basketball, Talia inside of Rajay, turning spin. Oh, nice move by Rajay, off the glass, good. Rajay with a great little post move in the paint, and the Lady Wildcat lead is 4. 15-11 the score, and Rajay has her first 2 points. Down the floor will come the Lady Cougars. Minute 15 to play first quarter. For those of you who are familiar with Oak Ridge Lady Wildcat basketball, you know about this rivalry. Last several years, they've just split during the regular seasons. We have been co-champions with them the last couple of years. Campbell County and Oak Ridge have been playing since the 70s. Lady Wildcats and the Cougars have played many a great battle up here at Campbell County. It's a great rivalry in high school basketball. They take one off the glass and they score again. With the basketball, Emily Ellison. She's got 7. Here comes Kamari Mitchell-Steen to the hole. Good! What a great drive by Kamari Mitchell-Steen. And the Lady Wildcats up by 4 again. 17-13 the score. And what a difference this game is compared to that first game that was so low scoring. Campbell County with the basketball. And now they don't have it. The ball is thrown away. It'll be Lady Wildcat basketball as Samaj Clark is going to check into the ball game. Checking out will come Hope Holt. Lady Wildcats on top is Madison Brady. She hasn't been playing. She's been hurt. She's probably very winded. I mean, she did play a lot of basketball, almost a full 7.5 minutes right there for the Lady Cougars, but she comes out. 17-13 our score. Lady Wildcats in the lead. Oak Ridge will play for the final shot here in the final 22 seconds of the first period. We're at Campbell County High School. Our sponsors, Mortgage Investors Group, the Oak Ridge Pharmacy, along with 10 Bank of Oak Ridge, and of course, the Oak Ridge Utility District. 17-13, Lady Wildcats. Oak Ridge to Brianna Dunbar. Dribbles past her defense all the way to the hole. Good! Brianna Dunbar off the glass. She has 6 as the first quarter comes to a close. We've played 1 quarter of basketball here at Campbell County High School, and the Lady Wildcats lead it 19-13. And we'll be back to Campbell County in 60 seconds. Who should I interview with? Welcome back once again to Campbell County High School. The Lady Wildcats in the lead, 19-13. Looking at the first game, what was the score after 1 quarter? It had to be very, very low scoring.
It was 11-6, David.
Yeah, right now it's 19-13. With the basketball will come Campbell County as they work the ball outside the line. Dribbling with it, number 24, count is on, Cora Browning. She backs it up with a pass. Here it goes to Emily Ellison. Ellison guarded by Brianna Dunbar, works the ball at the midcourt circle, comes back to her left side, looks to her right, comes back to her left, works the ball top of the circle. Here it goes to Brown. They kick it out to the corner, number 22 in the ball game, Monday. Monday swings the ball to Gillum. Gillum, ball deflected out by Rajay Eccles. 19-13 is our score, 7:29 to play. We are streaming this game live on YouTube right now at Prep Radio if you want to watch it. The live video is also on Channel 15. And, of course, we are on our radio station, FM 92.7, FM 94.7, and PrepRadio.com, of course. 19-13 Lady Wildcats. 7:21 to play second quarter. Samaj Clark in the ball game. Talia Davis, along with Selena Pettis, along with Rajay Eccles. There's a shot off the glass, no good. Rebound done by Talia Davis to Kamari Mitchell-Steen. Lady Wildcats down to Selena Pettis. Kicks it out inside. Nice pass. Here it goes inside. There's a walk. Selena took an extra step there. Got a little bit ahead of herself. And with 7 minutes to play in the second quarter, it'll be Campbell County getting the ball on the Oak Ridge turnover. Oak Ridge trying to go maybe a little bit too fast as the Cougars bring the ball down the floor. A kick ball is going to stop the clock at 6:59 to play. What a big ball game. I love coming up here, Mark, for these games against Campbell County. Girls and guys action, of course. The girls games have been spectacular the last several years. And, of course, obviously, and over the course of time, as Campbell County works the ball across the line, Alicia Brown, long three, it's up, good. What I tell you, Mark was telling me during the warm-ups that they weren't hitting a thing, but as soon as the whistle blows and the buzzer sounds, you know Campbell County is going to come out ready to go.
Yes, David, you were right.
Samaj Clark off the glass, no good. Gets her own rebound to Kamari. Kamari dribbles, drives, throws up a shot. What are they going to call? Queener says it is a block, and the other guy confirms it. It'll be a personal foul called against the Lady Cougars. It's going to go against Ellison, and that'll be Emily's, let's see, first foul. And to the free throw line will go Kamari Mitchell-Steen. Lady Wildcats in the lead, 19-16. Got to hit your free throws, and the first one's good. Kamari had 6 points the first time we played them. She already has 10 in this game, averaging 18.8 points per ball game. 6.5 minutes to play second quarter, 20-16 the score as Madison Brady comes back into the ball game for the Lady Cougars. Back to the line will go Kamari Mitchell-Steen. Kamari looks at the second toss, guns it. A little strong, no good. Brady on the rebound. Here comes Campbell County down the floor. With it will come Emily Ellison. 5'5" player, swings it across the line. Here it goes out to Brown. Brown guarded by Samaj Clark. Lady Wildcats, Talia Davis falls down. They leave somebody open. There's a travel. Cora Browning didn't put the ball down on the floor before she took that extra step. We're going to have a good crowd on hand here. Those watching on Channel 15 or on the internet, you can look across the way, especially for a girls' game. I mean, I don't mean that disrespectfully, but that's just typically the way it is. They got a nice crowd on hand here.
Yeah, they really do. You know, you can tell the community really comes out and supports their ladies program here, David. As the Wildcats go in for a shot, no good. That one by Samaj Clark.
Right there, you get another example of how she alters shots. Brady does as they work the ball to the right. They outside the top, it goes to Brown. They're working into Madison Brady, throws up a shot and scores. Left-handed off the glass, and it's 20-18. Lady Wildcats seem to be dominating the ball game, but it's only a 2-point game, Mark.
Yeah, it's really close because, you know, you can't count out Ellison or Brady at any point because they can score at any time.
Lady Wildcats not getting any clear shots to Dunbar. They've scouted them well as she goes in for the shot. Rajay had the rebound, ripped out of her hands, last touch by Madison Brady. They are on Brianna Dunbar like glue. I mean, they will not give her any kind of room at all as the ball's knocked out of bounds. She had 11 points the first time the two teams played as Oak Ridge prepares to work the ball in. Talia Davis got to do it in someday. Throws the ball away. Just a bad inbounds. Taken away by Campbell County. She tried to throw it at the feet of everybody who was just basically wandering along the baseline. They can tie the ball game at 20 with a 2, take the lead. Here's a steal momentarily by Kamari, and she works the ball down the right side. Madison Brady is about to get the pass. No, they back it up once again. Here it goes to Elisa Brown. 5'6" player guarded by Kamari Mitchell-Steen. Top of the circle it goes Browning. Browning attacks to the left. She's wide open for a 3 in the lead. No good. Rebounded by Talia Davis of Oak Ridge. Talia pushes it up the floor. Talia coast to coast. Nope. She's going to give it off to Kamari, who fakes the 3, dribbles, drives, shoots. They need it. She nailed it. Nice shot, nice move by Kamari, and she has 12. Lady Wildcats up by 4, 22-18 the score. 4 minutes and 44 seconds to play in the second period. Campbell County, the Wildcats set a trap. It's not been too effective. Brady gets it, dribbles in, bounce pass, intercepted by Oak Ridge. Bree Dunbar with it to Kamari Mitchell-Steen. Here comes Kamari. Lady Wildcats have numbers. Here comes the pass, back to Kamari, and it's knocked away by the Lady Cougars. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. Let's see if Ellison's okay. She went head first into the padding underneath the goal. Kind of readjusts her jaw a little bit as Oak Ridge prepares to work the ball in.
And possibly her spine.
Oak Ridge basketball, we got to get it in. This is the Wildcats. Bree Dunbar for three. A 10-bank of Oak Ridge. Three-pointer by Brianna Dunbar, and she has 9. And the Lady Wildcat lead is back to 7. 25-18 the score. 4:17 to play second quarter. Here come the Lady Cougars down the floor. They break the press again with a trap at a half court. They drive in for a shot. Clang off the iron. No good. The Lady Wildcats should have a layup. Samaj Clark. One dribble, one shot. It's blocked. Great play. Nice block by Ellison out of bounds. That girl's a player, Marquez.
Boy, you know, she did a great job just getting back on defense, just really accelerating to make that block shot there.
25-18 Lady Wildcats. 4 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Christian Rosas Rodriguez as an illegal screen is going to be called against Oak Ridge. I think it might go against Hope. Nope, it's going to go against Rajay Eccles. So that's a turnover to the Lady Cougars, and not a whole lot of fouls, which I like here, Mark. They're just letting them play, and that's the way it should be with two really good basketball teams.
Yeah, only one foul each in the first quarter, and that's the first foul here in the second quarter, David.
Campbell County left the shooter open, rebounded by Hope Holt, pushes it up to Kamari Mitchell-Steen. Kamari dribbles left, fires it past to Dunbar, fakes the three, free throw line jumper is up, no good. And the Wildcats were in terrible positioning for rebounding right there. Down the floor with the basketball, Samaj has got to be in better position than to rebound. They were way away from the goal.
Yeah, they were. Fortunately, you kind of expect Bree to hit that shot.
Lady Cougar basketball, 3:25 to play, 7-point Oak Ridge lead. Campbell County nearly lost the ball. Bree steals it. Brianna Dunbar going coast to coast. One dribble off the glass. She goes, missed it. Rebounded back up. No good. Kamari back up with a shot. Again blocked. This time she is fouled. 3:11 to play in the second quarter, 25-18. It'll be the Lady Wildcats going to the free throw line. You talk about a fast ball game, Mark. Hardly any stoppage of play. I think Campbell County called a timeout earlier, and then for the most part they've just let them go. 25-18 Oak Ridge. 3:11 to play, second quarter. Toss, good. Kamari, what a first half she's having, Mark. She's now got 13 points in the ball game.
Yeah, she really is, David. You know, both offensively and defensively. She's come up with probably a few steals tonight and block passes as the second shot is up and good by Kamari. She now has 13.
Lady Wildcats by 9, 27-18 the score. Here come the Lady Cougars, moving right to left. We're streaming on YouTube right now. Here's a near steal by Oak Ridge. Campbell County gets a shot up, no good, but a foul is going to be called. That was so close to being a turnover and going back the other way, but it'll be a foul, and Ellison will go to the free throw line. 3:04 to play second quarter, 27-18 Oak Ridge in the lead. Lady Wildcats playing with Rajay Eccles, Brianna Dunbar, Hope Holt, Samaj Clark, along with Kamari Mitchell-Steen. Free throw good. Here comes Selena Pettis in the ballgame. Rajay checks out. Was that on Rajay? And hurts her second foul, so she'll probably sit the rest of the 3 minutes here. Lady Wildcats in the lead, 27-19. District 3 action here from Campbell County High School on FM 92.7, FM 94.7. PrepRadio.com, Oak Ridge Schools Television Channel 15. We're also streaming live on the internet at YouTube. Look for Prep Radio. 27-20, Lady Wildcats by 7. Hope, top of the circle against the zone, spins at the free throw line. Penetrated too deeply, has no place to go, and has to give it over to Pettis. Got to get out of the paint. Here comes Samaj Clark driving in, kicks it out to Hope, dribbles in, free throw line, back to Dunbar. Dunbar attacks, goes inside to Selena, goes in to Hope, who's going to launch a three, up, no good. Great rebounding position for Kamari, but they say it was last touched by Kamari Mitchell-Steen. I'm not so sure about that one. I think it'll be Campbell County basketball. 2:35 to play, 27-20. Lady Wildcats in the lead. Second quarter action here. Mark, Lady Wildcats and Cougars, a typical ball game. It's close. Campbell County always plays us tough up here for sure.
Yeah, they really do, David. As I said, their community really comes out to support them as they get the ball. Oh, nice block there. Block pass by Kamari Mitchell-Steen.
Lady Wildcats running the floor to Kamari for the shot. How in the world did she ever do that? Kamari Mitchell-Steen with a great spinning move in traffic, and she's got 15 points as the Lady Cougars almost turned the ball over. The ball's knocked away. Oak Ridge by 9, 29-20 as Talia Davis checks back into the ball game. It'll be once again Campbell County basketball side court. Oak Ridge up 29-20. Appreciate you listening to our broadcast wherever you might be. Minute 57 to play. Campbell County basketball. Dribbling the basketball, number 24, that's Cora Browning. Guarded out high by Dunbar. She picks up her dribble. She's in a lot of trouble. 5 seconds ticking off. Call it, Queener. He didn't do it. Taken away by Brady. Brady on the right block. Drives in. Stripped to the ball. And a foul is going to be called against Kamari Mitchell's team. That'll be her second team foul, number 4, called against Oak Ridge. A minute 42 to play, second quarter. 29-20 the score as Kamari checks out of the game. Lady Wildcats in the lead by 9, 29-20. The score is almost what it was the first time they played the entire game. Campbell County for 3, off the rim, no good, but they get the rebound. Jordan with the basketball. They'll set it up once again for the Lady Cougars. I'd put the ball inside to Madison Brady or get it to Ellison Free. Lady Wildcats got to guard her. Good 5-second count is on once again. They haven't called it before. Madison holds the ball, dribbles to the baseline, cut off by Selena Pettis. Good defense by Selena, keeping Brady from moving down the line. Here comes Campbell County. A minute 17 to play. Coach Honeycutt calls out a new play. 29-20 to score. Lady Cougar basketball. Snodgrass with it. Over it goes to Browning. Browning top of the circle. Wildcats in the zone. They look to Brady. They fire it in here. Bad positioning. Selena got knocked away, and the Wildcats have the basketball up by 7. 29-22. Oak Ridge basketball. Talia Davis, little 8-footer, a little bit too quick with a shot. Selena battles, can't get the rebound. Campbell County's got it. 47 seconds to play. Brady just works miracles on the post. She's such a big girl, but she spins. She just took Selena right out of her position. Is that good defense there by Oak Ridge, stopping what was going to be an easy drive for Madison Brady. 30 seconds to play. 29-22. Oak Ridge by 7. With the basketball, Brianna Dunbar, the Lady Wildcats have spread it out. With a little foul trouble, I don't blame them. Kamari Mitchell, Steen, and Rajay sitting on the bench with 2 fouls. 18 seconds to play, 29-22 the score. Lady Wildcats over Campbell County. Brianna Dunbar looks to the clock, 10 seconds. Don't want to give them anything cheap. Bree for 3. No good. Selena Pettis, back to Bree. Bree again, pulls up, launches another 3. No good as the second quarter comes to a close. So good to have a basketball for the Lady Wildcats, Mark. They lead Campbell County by a score of 29-22. Mark, your thoughts on the first half?
It was a very tight ball game, David. You know, just looking at the score sheet here, we just barely edged them out there in the second quarter, outscoring them 10-9. So this is just a very competitive game. I mean, I don't feel comfortable with a 7-point lead because this game is just so tight.
Going to take a break here. We appreciate you listening to our broadcast wherever you might be on FM 92.7, FM 94.7, prepradio.com, Oak Ridge Schools Television Channel 15. We're also streaming live on the internet right now on YouTube at Prep Radio. Our camera personnel, we have Lee Wexler here. We have Christian Rosas Rodriguez. My name is David Clary, along with Mark Hayes. Brian Bennett is back in the studios of FM 92.7. Halftime score, 29-22, Lady Wildcats. We'll take a break. We'll send it back to Brian. We'll be back to Campbell County High School in 3 minutes.
Marquez back here at Campbell County High School, where at the half the Lady Wildcats lead the Lady Cougars by a score of 29-22. Look at the scoring first for the Lady Cougars. They're led in scoring by Emily Ellison. She has 9 points for the Lady Cougars. She's 3 of 4 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. She has 1 3-pointer. Madison Brady has 8 for the Lady Cougars. She's 4 of 5 from the field. And Allison Brown has the remaining 5 points for the Lady Cougars. She's 2 of 5 from the field. As a team, the Lady Cougars are 9 of 17 from the field. They're 7 of 11 from inside the three-point line. They're 2 of 6 from beyond the three-point line, and they're 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Now looking at the stats for the Lady Wildcats, they're led in scoring by Kamari Mitchell-Steen. Excuse me, she has 16 points in the first half. She's 6 of 11 from the field, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Bree Dunbar has added 9 points for Lady Wildcats. She's 4 of 10 from the field. Samaj Clark has added 2 points. She's 1 of 4 from the field. And Rajay Eccles has 2 points as well. She's 1 of 1 from the field. As a team in the first half, the Lady Wildcats are 12 of 30 from the field. Breaking it down, they're 10 of 24 from inside the three-point line. They're 2 of 6 from beyond the three-point line. And they're 3 of 4 from the charity stripe. Lady Wildcats led at the end of the first quarter by 6, 19-13. And then they outscored the Lady Cougars 10-9 in the second quarter to edge them out at the half, 29-22. David?
29-22 is our score here. While we have a moment here, Mark Haste, our condolences go out to Barry Saunders, longtime Oak Ridge assistant football coach, math teacher at Oak Ridge for over 30-plus years. His lovely wife, Susan, passed away. She had a long struggle with breast cancer and just finally wasn't able to survive, and she passed away earlier this week, and our thoughts, prayers go out to her. And Mark, you and I have talked about this. Coach Saunders, this has been going on for about 5 years or so, and she has battled and battled and battled, and he continued to coach and still was with the team a lot. And his thoughts and were not with the football team for sure this last year, because it was kind of known that this was going to happen, but just always sad, and our thoughts go out to him. Just a long time Oak Ridge coach, 40 years, I think.
Yeah, what a staple. I mean, he's been associated with many of the Oak Ridge state championships in football, so he's done a great job with the kicking team that the Wildcats have had. I mean, I can't name them all, but he's had some really, really good kickers and punters that he's taken and developed, and done a great job with them.
We're going to take a break here. Our thoughts go to Coach Saunders. 29-22 at the half. We'll be back for the second half from Campbell County in 3 minutes. David Clary back here along with Mark Hayes, Lee Wexler, along with Christian Rosas Rodriguez. The Lady Wildcats on top 29-22 in this big district ball game on the road. Mark, we've talked about this several times. One of the hardest places to come and play a basketball game.
Yeah, it really is, David. I mean, look how crowded it is. I mean, the stands are just, it's well over halfway full, maybe even three-quarters full, David. It's just a great crowd on a great Friday night up here in Campbell County.
Lady Wildcats get the ball first. We start play here in the second half. Lady Wildcats with Hope Holt in the ball game. Comes up to the left extension of the free throw line to Kamari Mitchell-Steen. No place to go. Lobs it over to Dunbar. Dunbar to Rajay. Free throw line jumper is up, and it is good. Rajay drops it in. And, she's been hitting those most of the season, but the last few ball games, she hasn't quite been as sharp as the ball's kicked across the line by the Lady Cougars, but it was last touched by Samaj Clark. Lady Wildcat lead is 9, 31-22 the score, 7:25 to play in the third period. Lady Wildcats have never trailed in this ball game. Campbell County can play it as they almost turned the ball over right there. They're going to get a lob inside of Brady. Shot is up. She missed it. On the rebound, though, Madison Brady powers it up there. No good. Rajay on the rebound. Rajay, good defense. Down the floor it goes. Kamari Mitchell-Steen. Lady Wildcats are going to drive in. Kamari goes in. She walks. Travel that time, and she knew it, as the Lady Cougars will bring the ball down the floor. 31-22 the score. 7 minutes to play here in the third period here at Campbell County High School. Lady Cougars break the press. The trap has not been working tonight really well, although Oak Ridge gets the steal right here. Bree Dunbar, and then she's fouled, a little bit of a frustration foul called against Brown there, as she's the one who turned it over, and then she got mad and she did something she just shouldn't do, and she's called for a foul.
Yeah, it's just a silly reach-in frustration foul, David.
Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor, leading 31-22. Brianna Dunbar, King College signee, walks the ball across the line, works the ball in, penetrates to the right side to Kamari Mitchell-Steen, who penetrates left, gives it over to Samaj Clark. No place to go. She dribbles in, lobs it into Rajay. One dribble, one shot. She is fouled. Maybe by Brady, maybe by Cora Browning. Queener comes over to tell us the foul is going to be called against Madison. That'll be her first personal foul. And it'll be Oak Ridge going to the free throw line with Rajay Eccles. 31-22, Oak Ridge by 9. Rajay misfires on the free throw. 4 points in the ball game for Rajay, senior, for the Lady Wildcats. 31-22, Oak Ridge. Rajay to the line. Toss. Good. 10-point game. Biggest lead of the night for the Lady Wildcats. 5 points now for Rajay. Here comes Campbell County moving left to right, about to be trapped to the midcourt line. Trap hasn't really worked that well, I don't think, Mark.
No, but it kind of slows them down and takes them out of what they want to do, David. So, it's just kind of more of a pesky trap than an effective one, really.
Here come the Lady Cougars. Cora Browning with it, guarded out high by Kamari Mitchell-Steen. Takes one dribble, hands it off to Ellison. Ellison guarded by Kamari. Now she hands it off to Jordan, just working the perimeter. If they can get the ball into Brady, they will. That's the goal. Just lob it over the top of Rajay. Get it to Brady if you can. And even if it's not a great pass, Madison's going to come get it. I mean, she's got it now on the block. She backs down Rajay, puts up a shot. Good. We've seen that for 4 years, Marquez, and there's just nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's so hard to defend that because her spin move is really quick, too, and she just kind of moves you out of the way as she backs you down in the post there, David.
With the basketball will come Oak Ridge. Here comes Dunbar at the free throw line to Rajay. Court spacing's absolutely terrible right now. Here it goes to Kamari. Works the ball for a long three. Good! Wow! I thought she was going to pass it. She's got 19 points. I thought she was passing the ball, and it just hit the hoop. Went through the twine, and the Lady Wildcat lead is 11. Biggest lead of the night. Campbell County in the rear court. They get the ball across the line. They turn it over. Intercepted by Samaj Clark. Samaj to Kamari. She got bumped, and she got fouled. They didn't call it. She gets her own rebound, back up with it, in and out, no good. Wow, they missed that one, Mark. I mean, Kamari was clearly fouled right there. But here comes Campbell County down the floor. 5:07 to play third quarter, 35-24 Lady Wildcats in the league. Good defense on Brady. She gets the shot up, and she scores. Goes in, and it's a 9-point game once again. 35-26 to score. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Brianna Dunbar walks the ball across the line. Hope a little slow getting up the floor. I don't know if she's 100% by the looks of her. As Oak Ridge works it over to Dunbar. Left side is Samaj. Samaj is going to drive in, penetrates, gives it over to Hope. Hope drives in, stops, gives it back out to Dunbar. Dunbar harassed, free throw line. There's Hope. She's free. She dribbles. She drives. Rajay at the free throw line. Shot is no good. Tipped and rebounded by Kamari Mitchell-Steen. Kamari playing a really, really fine ball game.
Yeah, she really is. I mean, look at all the rebounds that she's getting or tipping. Has a nice shot by Bree Dunbar, goes in. She now has 11.
37-26 Oak Ridge. 4:10 to play third period. Lady Wildcats trapping in the rear court once again. Campbell County yet to get the ball across the line. They do. They leave Ellison wide open for a three. Good. That's why the trap is not effective, as that ball goes in, making it a 8-point game, and the timeout is asked for by Campbell County. 3:59 to play third quarter. We'll take a break. We'll send it back to Brian. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Welcome back once again to Campbell County High School here on FM 92.7, FM 94.7. Lady Wildcats in the lead, 37-29. The Oak Ridge basketball coming down the floor, playing with Hope Holt, Brianna Dunbar, Talia Davis in the ball game, Rajay Eccles. Talia's got it. Had Rajay early, couldn't get the ball to her. Here's Hope, top of the circle. Back to Talia. Talia backs up with her dribble. 3:45 to play. Oak Ridge basketball. Kamari Mitchell-Steen thought about lobbing across court. Hope is free. Boy, they need this three. Good! 3-point shot. A 10-bank of Oak Ridge three for Hope Holt, and that's Hope's first 3 points, and Oak Ridge is back up by 11. 40-29 the score. Here comes Campbell County down the floor. 3:29 to play third period. Lady Cougars. Here comes the trap once again. Ellison harassed this time. Throws the ball away. Intercepted by Talia Davis. Talia needs some help. And down the floor will come Brianna Dunbar. 3:18 to play third quarter. 40-29 Oak Ridge. Hope with the basketball. Big three just a moment ago by Hope.
Yes, it was, David. Just a clutch three as she got it off. I thought she was going to take another one right there.
Talia Davis into Rajay. Shot is blocked, taken away by Dunbar. Dunbar, double team, trapped, needs help, throws the ball into Rajay. Back to Hope. She works the ball inside the paint, kicks it out. Talia Davis from the corner. It's up, no good. Rebound, Campbell County. Lady Cougar basketball. Ellison with the basketball. Brings the ball across the midcourt line. 2:45 to play. Third quarter, Lady Wildcats on top, 40-29. Cougar basketball. Brown to the baseline. Cut off there. Goes on to Brady. Here comes 2 points. She missed it. Rebounded by Brianna Dunbar. Dunbar pushes it up the floor, right down the middle of the floor, driving all the way to the hole. Works the ball back out to Rajay to Hope. She's free again. Three-pointer, no good. Oh, great rebound. Great over the shoulder. Put back layup by Kamari Mitchell-Steen, and Kamari is on fire tonight here, Mark.
She really is, David. She has 21 points so far tonight.
Here come the Lady Cougars down the floor. Got to play some defense here. 2:09 to play third quarter. 42-29 the score. Campbell County throws the ball away. Oak Ridge will get Samaj Clark in the ball game. Checking out will come Rayleigh Snodgrass. The reason Mark and I are so excited about this, because we have seen so many great games, so many tight ball games. To come up here and beat them has been really tough for us to do, even on this nice little run since Coach Redmond's been here.
Yeah, and we really need this. We need this win tonight, David, to make us co-champions of the district with Powell.
Lady Wildcat basketball, Talia Davis along the baseline. Rajay, free throw line. Good! Nice. Rajay knocks it in from about 6 feet beyond the free throw line, and Oak Ridge has its biggest lead. It's up to 15 points. 44-29, a minute 38 to play in the third period. Here comes Campbell County down the floor. They work the ball across the line. Driving will come Snodgrass. Snodgrass kicks it out. Three-pointer. She pushes it. She missed it. Rebound, Lady Cougars. They lose it out of bounds. Last touch by Rayleigh Snodgrass. It'll be the Lady Wildcats with the basketball. Oak Ridge has built the lead up to 15, Mark. Oak Ridge on top, 44-29.
And also checking out for the Lady Cougars, David, will be Madison Brady. She seems to be a little winded down there. So advantage the Lady Wildcats right now with Brady on the bench.
Gracie Herron wanted to come into the ball game. They did not allow her to enter. She goes to the scores table. Rajay will have to stay in. A little bit of foul trouble. Minute 26 to play, third quarter. 44-29. Why are our players just standing around above the floor here? It's kind of odd. Oak Ridge basketball. I'm talking about the guys. They're not even in the dressing room. As Oak Ridge drives in for a shot, no good. Kamari has the rebound, makes position for it, goes up, and a foul is going to be called against Campbell County. It's been well officiated ball game, Mark. I mean, nothing really out of the ordinary, and it isn't always the case sometimes when we've been up here, but my hat goes off to these guys. I don't wear hats, but if I had a hat, it would be off to these guys, especially Queener. Rise up. It'll be Oak Ridge going to the free throw line. Tosses up, good. Oak Ridge back on top by 16, 45-29 the score. Jonathan Milloway, what's the score going to be tonight?
Of the boys' game? 84-57.
That might be the first time I've ever heard him speechless there, Mark Case, as the Wildcats lead by 17 points, 46-29. Jonathan Stewart, 7 threes against Clinton the other night. How was that?
It was good. We're trying to go for 9 tonight.
Well, hopefully you'll get in the ball game.
Hopefully.
Lady Wildcats on top by 17, 59.2 seconds to play here. See, boys are just wandering around here, which is unusual. Usually in the dressing room, they're wandering around the gym. As free throw is on its way, good. Made good by Cora Browning. First point in the ball game for Cora, and she's a starter. She's actually started for them for a couple of years here. 46-30. 59.2 seconds. Bree falls into the lane, missed the free throw, and that's going to give Campbell County another opportunity. Yeah, I'm just looking around here, and our guys are just spaced out over the floor here, and on the second level of both sides of the gym, down on the floor. Maybe something's wrong with their dressing room or something. As Oak Ridge leads it by a score of 46-31, and a foul is going to be called against Campbell County. Lady Wildcats in the lead, 57.2 seconds to play third quarter. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball underneath the goal. Campbell County's going to press us. They've got the size to do it. Oak Ridge has Gracie Herron in the ballgame now. Talia Davis, ball is worked in to Brianna Dunbar. Here come the Wildcats running. Brianna, coast to coast, gives it in to Gracie, kicks the ball back out to Samaj, around to Bree. Bree cannot get the three off, backs it up with 47 seconds to play. They might have gone inside with Gracie there with a shot, but she didn't feel she had it, so she wisely backed it up.
I'm still thinking about them pressing us, David. We're not used to teams pressing our starters.
That's true. That's very true. That's a shot at somebody we know. 30 seconds to play here. Lady Wildcats in the lead, 46-31. Lee Wexler will be doing the pregame show of the boys' game. We'll hope you'll stay tuned for that coming up in a bit. I'll have Coach Redmond up here as well, as there's a push and a foul. Foul is going to be called against Cora Browning. I don't know if Coach Honeycutt wanted that kind of a foul. To slow them down, maybe to get the foul total up so they'll start shooting one of the bonus. Coach Brad Honeycutt's a really good basketball coach, as we've seen over the years in all the great games we've had against them. Here comes Brianna Dunbar down the floor, harassed all night by Browning. Gets a screen from Gracie, still takes it to the hole and lost it. Down the floor will come Campbell County. And near steal, and then, oh! Might have been some contact there, but I think that's a no call. 4.4 seconds. Second foul.
Kamari.
Team. Third foul called against Kamari as Hope Holt enters the ball game. Who's checking out? It's going to be Brianna Dunbar. She's mad at herself as Madison Brady checks in. Here comes the lob inside to Madison. We're going to have to see what Gracie can do here along with Samaj. 4.4 seconds. 46-31. Rajay's coming in. Yeah, I think that's probably the nothing against Gracie, but I think that's probably the wise choice.
Yeah, I mean, Rajay, she's got experience down there. You know, it's a great kind of combo that the Lady Wildcats tried against Madison, with Rajay on one side and Hope Holt on the weak side.
Campbell County's going to lob it down the floor, and then Rajay deflects it out of bounds as the third quarter comes to a close. So we've played 3 quarters of basketball here at Campbell County, and your Lady Wildcats lead the Lady Cougars 46-31. We'll take a break. We'll send it back to Brian. We'll be back in 60 seconds. David Clary back here, along with Mark Case, Lee Wexler, Christian Rosas Rodriguez, our engineer back at the station. Brian Bennett, we're on FM 92.7, FM 94.7. For those of you watching the stream on YouTube at Prep Radio or on Channel 15, the rest of the way, with the exception of the home games, we'll be on the radio on FM 92.7, FM 94.7, starting on Tuesday as the Wildcats and Lady Wildcats will go to Cleveland, take on the Cleveland Blue Raiders. Mark, Cleveland's boys team still number one in the state. They are 26-0, and we'll be down there on Tuesday night.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that game, David, as Brianna Dunbar picks up her first foul of the ball game. But yeah, Cleveland, we played them tight. I think we had our opportunities. But
had the lead at halftime.
Yeah, I mean, we had our opportunities, just didn't, weren't successful with them. But a real tight game.
46-32, toss, short, rebound, Eccles, saved by Kamari Mitchell-Steen. Lady Wildcats up 46-32. Kamari at the free throw line, harassed by Brady, knocked down by Brady. Here's a shot, it's up no good. Kind of a wild one right that time by Talia Davis, taken on the floor by the Lady Cougars. 7.5 minutes to play, don't want to let them get back in the ball game. And here's a near steal by Talia, saved away by Campbell County. Ellison with the basketball. Dribbles out to her left. 7:22 to play in the ball game. 46-32. Lady Wildcats in the lead. Campbell County, 5-second count was on. Hardly a screen by Brady as she works the ball, lobs it down low, and the ball's into Brady, and then Hope's going to be called for a personal foul. It's not a bad play. I don't blame them. I just lob it over to her. And that time, the Lady Wildcats almost got to it, but then she's just so big and strong. She just kind of ripped it away and knocked it, and then the Lady Wildcats were forced to commit a foul.
Yeah, that was a foul on Hope Holt, as I've said there. She does a great job of coming over on the weak side. Madison Brady's first shot up, no good. That's her first attempt from the free throw line, so 0-1 tonight from the free throw line. But Hope Holt, as I said, she comes over and helps from the weak side, and she did a great job there, just unfortunately a foul.
Brady misses both tosses. Rebound to Campbell County, though. Well, got to do a better job on rebounding. Here's another missed shot, rebounded by Campbell County. Brady just takes up space, and you just can't get around her, and they got easy rebounds. Back to a 12-point game, 46-34. Brianna Dunbar down the floor, 6:53 to play in the ball game. Oak Ridge basketball. Hope Holt, free throw line to Dunbar. Bree backs it up. Lady Wildcats could milk the clock a little bit if they want to, just kind of run some motion, and you can't do that. Talia just threw it away. Down the floor will come Campbell County. They had Ellison down the floor. She sets for a three. No good this time. Rebound to Oak Ridge. Brianna Dunbar was held, gives it into Talia. One dribble, one shot, no good. Dunbar on the rebound, up. She's fouled by a host of Lady Cougars who help her up. 6:26 to play in the ball game. 46-34 the score. Lady Wildcats will go to the free throw line. It looks like Madison is just really winded down there. I'm watching her try to catch her breath. She's still mobile with that brace on.
Yeah, she is. I mean, I can't tell any difference with that brace on with her post moves, David. They're so quick.
Brianna Dunbar goes to the free throw line, knocks down the toss. Next Thursday, the Wildcats will be down at East Hamilton High School, which is in Ooltewah, Tennessee. We'll hope you'll join us. We'll try to stream the video from Cleveland and from Ooltewah. We'll be on the radio then a week from Saturday against the Fulton Falcons. Always a crowd pleaser and always a big attended game, well-attended game at the Wildcat Arena and Fulton. Most of the time, they have to close the doors and not let anybody else in. And that's Saturday as Wildcats close out their season. We'll have that game on the radio as well. Campbell County throws up a three, is no good, then ball's knocked out of bounds. Queener gave us the ball that time because it was partially rejected, I think, and I think it went off of Rajay, but it went off of Rajay because Brady blasted her.
Yeah, I mean, they could have very easily called Brady for over the back there, David. So, all in all, it worked out well.
Here comes Bree, free throw line jumper on its way. Too strong. Lady Wildcats have the rebound. Kamari with it to Rajay. One dribble, one shot. Man, she's harassed. River goes to Samaj Clark. Lady Wildcats with it to Hope Holt. Dribbles in, stops, throws the ball outside, and last touch by Campbell County. Hope looked. She was going to drive. She saw Madison. I'm going back.
Yeah, I mean, what an intimidating force Madison Brady is in there, David.
I'll be so glad when she graduates. Seems like she's been playing for years against. I mean, she has obviously for 4 years, but it seems like 10 years.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, we were joking before the game. I think she's been a senior for 5 years now because we see her year after year after year, and what a dominating force that she is.
And mainly because we play them 3 times a year usually, as the Lady Wildcats have the backdoor clutch. Samaj, little 8-footer, hits the rim, no good. Rebound out of bounds, should be Oak Ridge's ball. Good officiating right there. 5:26 to play. The Wildcat lead is 13. 47-34 the score. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball, side front court, right in front of the Oak Ridge bench. The Lady Wildcats haven't done a whole lot of substituting in this ball game. The Lady Wildcats have had to play some lesser teams as of late, so this is really a great ball game to get ready to go down to Lower East Tennessee. And it's always good as Wildcats get it in this to Roger. She lost the ball. Here come the Lady Cougars down the floor. 5:15 to play. Ellison in the rear court, guarded by Kamari Mitchell-Steen. Dribbles past, stops, runs right into Hope. Good defense, Hope. She lobs it into Brady, but it's going to drive in. She throws up a shot, good. Madison Brady scores. We're down to 5 minutes to play. 47-36, back to an 11-point game. It's getting really physical, and I don't know if that's to our advantage right now, especially with Madison down low.
Yeah, I mean, Madison, she just kind of lowered her shoulder on that play, David. That could have easily been called a foul, but it was not, as she just put up another post move and made a basket of a shot up by Rajay Eccles. No good.
Lady Wildcats have got to milk a little clock here. That was not a bad look by Rajay, as Campbell County trails by 11, but they can cut it even further. Here's the lob pass, deflected. Campbell County still got it. Madison just kept it alive. And now what's the call? Timeout by Brad Honeycutt of Campbell County. 4 minutes, 25 seconds to play in the ball game. Oak Ridge leads 47-36. We'll be back to Campbell County in 60 seconds. David Clary back here along with Mark Case, Lee Wexler, Christian Rosas Rodriguez, along with Brian Bennett, our engineer back at the station. 47-36 to score. Lady Wildcats in the lead. Madison Brady with the basketball to Ellison, lobs it inside, right block, throws it off the glass, good. It's a pretty move. And we're under double digits. Lady Wildcats got to hold on here. 47-38 the score, 4:13 to play. They just now started the clock. Here comes Oak Ridge, where it comes to Kamari Mitchell-Steen. Harass, drives in, floating 6-footer, no good. Too quick, not a bad look though, but you work some clock here. Not a bad look, though, by Kamari. Here comes Ellison down the floor. You got to pick her up. She drives right, throws one up. It's not a good shot. Lady Wildcats got lucky. Here comes Oak Ridge wanting to run. Kamari down the floor. 3:49 to play. Dunbar for three. It's huge, and it's good. 3-point shot by Brianna Dunbar, and the Lady Wildcat ladies back up to 12. Huge shot there by Bree.
It really was, David, as a Bree now with 15 points. Oh! Hope Holt should have tried to intercept that pass. I think she had plenty of time.
Here comes Brady driving in. She's fouled. As bad as she looked at the free throw line the last time she was there, that might not be a bad strategy right now. They're going to send her to the free throw line. 12-point Lady Wildcat lead, 50-38 our score. 5:28 to play in the ball game. Lady Wildcats with a win are the District 3 champions. Free throws good. I jinxed her, Mark. She did look bad. You got to admit, she looked really bad on those last two.
I think the jinxed us, not her.
Yeah, well, 50-39 Oak Ridge, 3:28 to play. Back to the line we'll go. Madison Brady, toss, good. And Campbell County will substitute Megan Asher, a 5'6" junior. She's in the foul as Madison's going to have to come out. 3:28 to play in the ball game. 10-point Lady Wildcat lead. 50-40 the score. Trying to hold on to be the District 3 champions. Oak Ridge ball. Samaj works it in to Dunbar, and she kicks it out of bounds. They trapped her, and Samaj was bound and determined to give it to Bree there, but there was no room. I mean, Campbell County, Coach Honeycutt's a good coach. He knows Bree Dunbar, and there was no way she should have gotten the ball.
Yeah, I mean, they double-teamed Bree, you know. I mean, credit Campbell County, you know. They played it right. Unfortunately, we were throwing it in, and Bree was the only person we were actually looking at to throw it to.
3:27 to play. Remember, the boys' game will follow. We'll have the final stats of this ball game. Coach Redmond will be up here to join us. Little snowy. It was pretty scenery out here as we drove. The mountains were covered with snow. And that seems like every time we come up here for the February ball game, Mark, that's the scene we get to see. And one of the advantages to getting the chance to go to Campbell County every year is the great scenery up here.
Yeah, really.
Well, let's talk about this final 3:27 here. I think the Lady Wildcats, and it's not in their DNA, honestly, to take some air out of the ball. It's their DNA to attack most of the time. And Mark. It's not in their DNA to take the air out of it. Mark said a lot of good stuff. You missed it all, ladies and gentlemen. Good job there, Mark. Let's keep your mic on most part. Campbell County ball. Brady to work the ball in. Fires an in. Pass intercepted by Oak Ridge. So just like that, Oak Ridge gets the steal. Maybe a layup. Brianna Dunbar, it's going to be a hard foul. She is fouled. Not too hard. It's going to be Macy Monday on Friday committing the personal foul. I've been wanting to say that all day. She started the ball game, but hasn't played much since, honestly. As Brianna Dunbar goes to the line, she should have 2 shots. 10-point Lady Wildcat lead here, 50-40. Toss is good. I'm sorry. Bree back to the free throw line. She's got 16 points in the ball game. Campbell County substitute Snodgrass out of the contest. It'll be once again Oak Ridge going to the free throw line with Brianna Dunbar. Do we have to tell the TV teacher?
No. The camera froze.
Okay. Welcome back once again to Campbell County High School. 2:09 to play in the ball game. Lady Wildcats in the lead, 56-40. For the last, seems like here's a steal. They tried to lob it inside once again to Madison. I think the guards are now getting tired to try to lob it over the top, and another foul is going to be called against Campbell County. Oak Ridge headed for a sweep of Campbell County. When was the last time we can say that? Long time.
Yeah, it really is. Because I know last year we split. Because last 2 years we split. So, great job by Lady Wildcats this year.
Their great player, Allison Boshier, sitting in the audience here. She and Jada Gwynn had some major battles for 4 years, basically.
More than that, David, because I know I watched them play in middle school.
So, and she's here watching. I wish Jada could be here. I think she's with Tennessee Tech right now as Oak Ridge goes to the free throw line. Free throw is up, no good. Good rebound by Samaj Clark, and Lady Wildcats reset it, leading by 16 points, 56-40. The Lady Wildcats are under 2 minutes away from being the District 3 champions. Lady Wildcats turned the ball over. And then the ball, knocked out of bounds by Oak Ridge. 1:49 to play, be Campbell County basketball. Got to be protective of the ball. Campbell County's not going to quit playing hard. 56-40 the score. Lady Wildcats in the lead. Ridge, 1:49 from being the regular season District 3 champions for the 5th consecutive year.
Nice.
Blocked shot by Rajay. Blocked again! Brady's been blocked twice and then stripped of the ball. Listen to the Oak Ridge crowd. Lady Wildcat fans, they've watched her for 4 years. We know how tough it is. Rajay blocked her shot twice and then denied her the ball as the Lady Cougars try to get the ball out of her once again. 1:36 to play. A near steal by Campbell County. They get a shot up, no good. Rebound by Samaj. Samaj with it to Hope Holt. Lady Wildcats, 1:27 to play, leading 56-40. Oak Ridge basketball. Of course, last year Oak Ridge won the regular season championship with Campbell County and beat Campbell County in the championship ball game. That's the way it's been. Lady Wildcats have won 4 consecutive district tournaments. District tournament, incidentally, will be at the Wildcat Arena. Oak Ridge will not play until the semifinals as Oak Ridge turns the ball over there till the semifinals because the boys and the girls will both have byes in the first round. The ball is knocked out of bounds by the Lady Wildcats. 57 seconds to play. Oak Ridge on top, 56-40, and Coach Honeycutt has called off the dogs, I say, as their starters come out of the ball game. Let's see if Coach Redmond. We don't have many dressed out here tonight. 57, we have the JV girls here, but I don't think they're going to come in unless we get another stoppage of play. Campbell County ball deflected, nearly stolen away by Hope. Saved by Campbell County for 3. Good. 3-point shot nailed by Brown, and here comes Bree Dunbar down the floor to Samaj, to Rajay. She shoots, she scores. Rajay on a fast break bucket, and the Lady Wildcat lead is 58-43. Oak Ridge playing with Kamari Mitchell-Steen, Brianna Dunbar, Samaj Clark, Hope Holt, Rajay Eccles. 34 seconds to play. Campbell County with the basketball. They'll launch another 3. No good. But the Lady Wildcats foul in the act of shooting a 3. Brianna Dunbar is going to be called for the foul. And I don't know why the fans, I actually thought it was a foul, but the fans didn't see it that way. It'll be Campbell County's Brown going to the line. Shot is up, no good. She'll have 2 more as she was fouled in the act of shooting a 3. 29.3 seconds to play, 58-43. Second toss good. The girls junior varsity walloped Lady Cougars earlier tonight, so the Wildcats going for a triple sweep when the boys game starts. Toss is good. She hit 2 of the 3. Oak Ridge ball, and it comes to Brianna Dunbar. She breaks the trap this time. Comes down the floor to Samaj Clark. 23 seconds to play. Oak Ridge basketball. It's keep away time here. Lady Wildcats are going to just work the time off. 17 seconds to play in the ball game. Oak Ridge is about to be your 2019-2020 District 3 champions. They might have to share again with Powell, but they will be the champions of District 3. The final score, Oak Ridge wins it 58-45. So the Oak Ridge boys and the Oak Ridge girls are District 3 champions. And that championship comes by beating Campbell County, and that's the way it seems like it always always is. Another great, important battle between the Lady Wildcats and the Lady Cougars, and this one goes the Lady Wildcats' way. That's 3 straight wins for Oak Ridge. Mark, good win for the Lady Wildcats. They are district champions.
Yeah, it really was, David. Just looking at the scoring differentials here, big quarter for the Lady Wildcats in the third quarter as they outscored the Lady Cougars 17-9. So really came out of halftime really fired up and focused on the win tonight.
We're going to take a break here. We appreciate you listening to our broadcast wherever you might be on FM 92.7 or FM 94.7. We're also on prepradio.com, Oak Ridge Schools Television Channel 15, and we are streaming live on the internet at on YouTube at Prep Radio, so you can watch the game, listen to the game, and just enjoy Wildcat basketball. Sponsored by Tin Bank of Oak Ridge, the Oak Ridge Utility District, the Oak Ridge Pharmacy, along with Mortgage Investors Group. Lady Wildcats win, and we'll take a break. We're going to send it off to Brian. When we come back, Mark might have the stats done. We might have Coach Redmond up here. We're going to have a long, prolonged halftime because it is senior night here at Campbell County. Could have figured that out because of the crowd is so big. Lady Wildcats win. We'll be back to Campbell County in 3 minutes. Stop the ball.
Hey, do you want me to, when she comes back, start?
Switch it up. That way the girls are on one card and the boys are on another.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2020 Senior Athlete Recognition Night at Campbell County High School. We will begin by introducing our senior baseball player, Michael Brown. Michael is the son of Mike Brown, and he has played for CCHS 4 years. Boys basketball, John Allen Arnold. He is the son of Meredith and Tracy Arnold. And John Allen has played ball 4 years at CCHS. Artik Shuti. He is the son of Hugh and Ananda Shuti of Kosovo, and his little sister is Carmen Wright. Artik has played 1 year at CCHS. Jake Lane. Jake is the son of Starla Giles and Jody Lane. Jake has played 4 years at CCHS. Girls basketball.
That was bad.
Madison Brady. She is the daughter of Robbie Brady and Heather Bindler. Madison has played 4 years at CCHS. Emily Ellison.
Good riddance.
She is the daughter of Andy Ellison and Lisa Ellison and Robbie Powers. Emily has played ball 4 years at CCHS. Macy Monday. She is the daughter of Steve and Tanya Monday. Macy has played 4 years at CCHS. Cheerleading. Hannah Carroll.
Welcome back once again to Campbell County High School. We're at halftime, actually at the end of the game. For some reason I was thinking halftime, but head coach of the Lady Wildcats, Coach Paige Redmond, has joined us here. Coach, it is senior night here, and they recognize all of their athletes here, so you and I could probably talk for about 20 minutes here, and this will still be going. But first off, congratulations on your win. It's always tough to come up here and play. I mean, and because of the win, you are at least co-champions of the district, depending on what Powell does the rest of the way. I think they have 1 or 2 more games left, but I don't think they're going to lose. So I think you're going to be co-champions. You're 0-2 on those coin tosses, Coach.
Right.
Is there anything that we can do? Can we get somebody that?
Unfortunately, it's not a coin toss. All the teams draw a number. Every single team draws a number, and it's just whoever has the lowest number wins.
Have you already done it, or is it coming up?
No, we do it next Wednesday.
I think it's rigged somehow.
Yeah.
Because
this is the only time I know that people, you don't go by points. Like if you went by points,
Yeah, but it doesn't really. In the long run, it doesn't matter because you already have the automatic bye in the first round to the semifinals, which means you're already in the region. So you're either first or second. It just depends on who you play. You might have a tougher semifinal round opponent than you would if you were the top seed. But it's worked out for you the last several years. You've been co-champions with these ladies the last 2 years. Lost the coin toss, but won the tournament. So I mean, whatever. Talk about this ball game. I thought, Madison Brady is a tough assignment. I mean, Rajay, I think, played her really well the last time when we were at Oak Ridge. And tonight she played okay, but she's just so tough around the goal. She just creates havoc.
She does, and we got buried too many times with her. We've got to front her. Rajay's got to get in front. And when I kept telling Rajay, the times that she was scoring, Rajay was too deep behind her. When we were in front and we were denying and we had backside help, they weren't giving it in. But part of that is we've got to have really good ball pressure too. And at times we didn't have good ball pressure. And I told them if as a guard, if I can stand there and look at somebody for a good 5 seconds, we're not guarding. But Rajay battled. I'm very pleased with how Rajay played. Rajay's a smart defender. For her to get pinned like that, is not the norm for her. But I mean, she recovered a lot and she didn't quit. And she came up with some big plays towards the end.
Coach, Campbell County is a well-coached team. Coach Honeycutt does. I mean,
he does a great job.
Yeah, your half-court trap. It was. I mean, they got through it a lot. Which most teams don't get out of that.
Right.
So that's one thing that they did really well against you.
They did, but I'm not taking anything away from him because he did exactly what they needed to do, and it was a result of us not having any ball pressure at all. And I told him at halftime, I showed him on the board, if we just let them dribble up, which way are they going? They're going towards their basket, so they're going to release and go. If we pressure them going that way, what do these two girls have to do? They have to go up, and they have to go back in the backcourt, and then So I think I feel like every time we pressured the ball in our press, we turned them over, or they didn't get those wide open looks. When we had zero ball pressure, they could do whatever they wanted to do.
Well, Ellison's a gunner. A couple times she got lost, too, which I know I looked at you one time and you were livid because they lost her.
Right. Yeah, and that's one thing, too. We said, okay, when 30's on the side of the trap, don't trap. Just go back with her, and so we made that adjustment, and I felt like we made adjustments at halftime, and it was much better than the first half.
Well, let's talk about your team. You didn't substitute a whole lot. You played a game Thursday or Tuesday, I guess it was. Carnes.
Right.
Wasn't much of a contest for your team, so you had to up your game tonight.
Right.
But I think I know your older girls for sure have extra incentive when they come up here, so I'm sure it wasn't hard to motivate them.
No, and and what I told them before the game is, now we have a guarantee of 7 games left. That's it. Before the game we had a guarantee of 8, possibility of possibly 14, the maximum. I want 14 games. That's what I told them. And the only way we're going to get 14 games is if we play how we play. It doesn't matter who we're playing or where we're playing at. It's just like when we go away at Christmas. They relax and they just play because they don't know. And that's when we become us. We push and transition. We get up and guard defensively. We turn things over. And from here on out, that's who we have to be. It doesn't matter who we're playing. We've got to do the things that make us good and then allow us to have fun. And we can't get into this where the defense, the other team's defense dictates us offensively. We have to dictate. We control the tempo offensively and defensively. And tonight, when we did that, we were very, very good.
We've come up here so many times, and I thought at times we have looked tight in games up here, but I didn't think we looked that way tonight. The crowd was huge. I mean, mean, it's a
Right.
really nice crowd to play in front of. And, you know, they were out of school, but I thought your girls looked very calm and very businesslike.
And that's one of the things too. I mean, I continually tell them, we are good enough. You are good enough. And I told them before the game, and I looked at each one of them, and I told them individually, you have to play with confidence. You have to play with confidence. And that's, I mean, if they play with confidence, and I said, are you going to turn it over? Yeah, but in your mind, you got to know, well, I'm not going to turn it over again. You miss a shot, I'm not going to miss another one. You have to be confident to play, and you have to walk out here like this is supposed to be your gym and your game.
Some really big plays in the game. I know it's, and I said this to you, and no disrespect to Campbell County, I thought we dominated. Oak Ridge dominated. It's me. It's my high school.
Right.
We Oak Ridge dominated from start to finish. I thought you never were threatened in this ball game. Might have been 6-5 or something like that, but I thought you were in control the whole game.
Yeah, I did too. I felt like, and that goes back probably a little bit of me, is I've got a lot of confidence in our girls, and when I see us playing a certain way, like, you know, and I tell them all the time, basketball is a game of runs, and you can't expect the other team, especially a good, well-coached basketball team, they're going to go on a run or two, and that's okay. They go on their run, but eventually you stop that run, and you got to go, you know, and your run's got to last longer. Your run's got to be bigger, you know, and then, and I do feel like, you know, we were very good in transition. I think that the pace the entire game was to our favor. We watched the film, you know, from our first game, and it was a slow game.
36-30.
I mean, it was a slow game. They would have the ball for a minute to minute and a half to 2 minutes on offense. I mean, it was so slow, and we knew. I mean, anybody that's watched us all season, we're at our best when the pace is fast.
You know, Kamari only had 6 points in that first ball game. That's all she had.
Yeah.
We had 11, I think, and then tonight, I mean, she was over 20. So
Right.
I mean, a big difference.
Big difference, and she had 11 rebounds too.
Wow,
you know,
that's
I
big.
mean, she crashed the boards hard. Kamari, you know, we've had some really good practices this week, and we've practiced at the pace that we played tonight, and we've got to continue practicing at that pace, and so that we're prepared to play at that pace.
Coach, next week's going to be tough. 2 long road trips. Cleveland on Tuesday, Thursday, East Hamilton down, which is in Ooltewah
Right.
down there, and then back home Saturday, a week from tomorrow against Fulton. So 3 really tough games next week to get ready
Right.
for the tournament.
Yeah, and we knew, you know, I feel good about it. I feel like it's a good week for us to prep, you know, and it's an opportunity for us. I mean, I know we've played Cleveland once already, but it's not a team we face every day. We don't know each other's tendencies like we do up here, you know, in your district. And then East Hamilton, we haven't seen since last year, and I like those games where we can go and play those teams, and it's just like getting ready for the region. You know, we're going to play a team that we haven't faced all year, and we can just go and play, and this will give us an opportunity to prepare.
Coach, just your final comments on the win tonight.
Super proud of my girls, you know, super proud of them. And we talked before the game about, you know, we kind of hit a lull for about 2 weeks, you know, just where we were at in our district. And I said, but think about the 2 weeks before that, the 2 weeks at Christmas that we played. And I feel like, you know, they came out and they played with that effort. We didn't play at the effort that we played our district games. We played the effort we're capable of playing, and I'm super proud of them.
Coach, thanks a lot. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We'll see you on Tuesday.
Thank you.
Lady Wildcats victorious tonight over the Campbell County Lady Cougars. The guys have just taken the floor. We're going to take another break, send it back to Brian Bennett. When we come back, Mark will run down the final statistics. Lady Wildcats win. They are the District 3 champions. We'll be back to Campbell County in 3 minutes.
What was the final score?
Marquez back here at Campbell County High School, where the Lady Wildcats are victorious by a final score of 58-45. Leading scorer for the Lady Wildcats was Kamari Mitchell-Steen. She finished with 23 points in the ball game. She was 8 of 17 from the field, 5 of 7 from the free throw line. Bree Dunbar added 17 for the Lady Wildcats. She was 6 of 14 from the field, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Rajay Eccles had a nice night. She had 13 points, 6 of 10 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Hope Holt had 3 points for Lady Wildcats. She was 1 of 3 from the three-point line. And Samaj Clark added 2 for Lady Wildcats. She was 1 of 5 from the field. As a team, the Lady Wildcats were 22 of 55 from the field. They were 17 of 45 from inside the three-point line. They were 5 of 10 from beyond the three-point line. And they were 9 of 13 from the charity stripe. Now looking at the Campbell County Lady Cougars, they were led in scoring by Madison Brady. No surprise there, as she had 16 points in the ball game. She was 7 of 14 from the field, 2 of 4 from the free throw line. Emily Ellison added 14 for the Lady Cougars. She was 5 of 10 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Also in double figures for the Lady Cougars was Allison Brown. She had 10 points. She was 3 of 8 from the field, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. And rounding out the scoring for the Lady Cougars was Bailey Gilliam. She had 1 point. She was 1 of 2 from the free throw line. As a team, the Lady Cougars were 16 of 37 from the field. They were 12 of 25 from two-point land. They were 4 of 12 from beyond the three-point line, and they were 9 of 13 from the charity stripe. Lady Wildcats led at the end of the first quarter, 19-13. Then they outscored the Lady Cougars 10-9 in the second quarter to take a halftime lead of 29-22. In the third quarter, as I said earlier, Lady Wildcats really opened it up on the Lady Cougars, outscoring the Lady Cougars 17-9 to take a 46-31 lead into the fourth quarter. In the fourth quarter, the Lady Cougars actually outscored the Lady Wildcats 14-12, but it was too little too late, as the Lady Wildcats are victorious tonight by a final score of 58-45. We're going to take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back for the pregame. Actually, no, David's going to have an interview. We're going to have a 1-minute timeout.
Your brother's listening, so. Or he was. I don't know if he texted me a minute ago. Welcome back once again to Campbell County High School. Joining me is junior Kamari Mitchell-Steen. Kamari, first off, congratulations on the district championship.
Thank you.
I know probably that PAL game haunting you a little bit. It'd be nice to be sole champions, but championship is a championship. Talk about this game tonight. You've had some great wars with Campbell County. You were held to 6 points the first time we played them. Tonight, you went off on them. Did you have some extra incentive because it was Campbell County and because you didn't score as many that first game?
I decided since I didn't score that many that first game, I need to turn it up some more this game so they'll know that they can't guard me because my coach told me they couldn't guard me.
One thing that you do so well is get turnovers and turn them into points. I know it's extra special for you. It's funny to watch you play. When you get a steal, you smile big as you're heading towards it. I don't know if you realize that, but you do. Talk about what it means to beat Campbell County after many great games with them where they've beaten us.
It feels great to beat them. I mean, it wasn't that hard, but it's it's hard because we haven't been able to beat them. In the past 2 years, we only won once against them whenever we played them in regular district play.
What about Brady? I mean, it's hard to deal with her down low. I mean, I know Rajay does a pretty good job, but she's tough inside because, I mean, she's big. I mean, that's just the bottom line. But how do you guard somebody like that?
We try to stay in front of her and have backside help so that we can make sure she doesn't turn the score on us like she usually does. And the back person that's supposed to be up top drops back so she won't be able to dish down for them.
First one.
What's that?
Longer than the first one.
I was careful of the girls because they always not always, but can we put the camera on him?
No.
Let's do it.
I don't. Alexa, just point to me. Lee Wexler back here in Campbell County, where we now turn our attention to the boys' game. These two teams are worlds apart in terms of their success this season. Oak Ridge is the district champion, while Campbell County is dead last in the standings. Oak Ridge won their 7th straight regular season championship and their 9th in 10 years with their win over Clinton last Friday. The Wildcats go for win number 20 tonight, while Campbell County could lose their 20th game. Campbell County is 8-19 on the season and 1-11 in district play. Oak Ridge is 19-3 and 13-0 in the district. The Wildcats are trying for their 5th undefeated district season in the past 6 years. Under Aaron Green, the Wildcats have finished the regular season with a perfect district record 4 previous times in 4 straight seasons from 2014 to 2018. Last season, Anderson County ended a streak of 79 straight regular season district wins. Since the December 2013 loss to Powell, Oak Ridge is 102-1 in regular season District 3 games. During that same period, Oak Ridge is 115-3 in all games against District 3 opponents. In Coach Green's 10-year career, Oak Ridge has won either the District 3 regular season or tournament championship every year, including this season. Campbell County was once a dominant team in the district, but has fallen on hard times as of late. During the mid-90s, Campbell County won 3 straight district tournament championships. Only Oak Ridge and Farragut have won 3 or more District 3 championships in a row since 1944. Campbell County's last time in the championship game came in 2009 when they lost to Oak Ridge. Campbell County hasn't had a winning record since the 2016-2017 season. This is the second meeting between these two teams. Oak Ridge won the first game 86-50 in Oak Ridge. Jeremy Miller led Oak Ridge with 28 points, and 3 other Wildcats were in double figures. Isaiah Johnson 15, Jonathan Milloway 11, and Kel Slater had 10. Campbell County was led by Nate Walden, who had 15. Oak Ridge has beaten Campbell County 43 straight times dating back to 1999. Oak Ridge leads the series 79-25 since the first game 45 years ago. Not all of the games have been blowouts to extend this long win streak, though. In fact, the first game between the schools in 2009 took a double overtime win by Oak Ridge, here to keep the streak going. On that night, Oak Ridge's Lonnie McClanahan set the all-time single game scoring record with 51 points. Last season, Oak Ridge won at Campbell County 81-67 and 88-43 at the Wildcat Arena. Campbell County's last win over Oak Ridge was a 64-55 win in 1999. Tonight we are live on FM 92.7, prepradio.com, channel 15, and streaming live on YouTube at Prep Radio. We now take our final break before the Oak Ridge Pharmacy tip-off, and when we come back, Mark will have the Mortgage Investors Group starting lineups, and we'll have those following the 60-second timeout. Off we go.
David Clary back here along with Mark Hayes, Lee Wexler, Christian Rosas Rodriguez, along with our engineer back at FM 92.7 Prep Radio. We've got Brian Bennett as we're just moments away from the start of the boys game. The starting lineups are about to be introduced. And Mark, let me get Mark in here for the Oak Ridge Pharmacy starting lineups.
Thank you very much, David. Starting first for the Campbell County Cougars, they're going to start with Jake Lane, Spencer Boshears, Artie Scheite, Nate Walden, and John Arnold. Starting for the Wildcats tonight, they're going to start with Kel Slater, Preston Turner, Isaiah Johnson, Jonathan Milloway, and Jeremy Miller.
Thanks a lot. As the starting lineups are being introduced, we're going to take one quick break. We'll be back for the tip-off of this game in 30 seconds. Welcome back to Campbell County High School, getting set for the boys game here. Wildcats going for the triple sweep, wearing their all gray jerseys with white and cardinal. Campbell County wearing their white jerseys with blue and orange. Milloway to jump for the Wildcats. Shatai, exchange student, 6'3" senior, doesn't play much basketball, had never played until he got to Campbell County. He's about to jump with Milloway. The ball is up, controlled by Campbell County, and we are underway here at the Campbell County High School gym. The basketball for them will come number 12. That'll be Jake Lane, picked up defensively by Kel Slater. He works the ball to his right over to number 30. That'll be Boshears. Spencer Boshears dribbles, guarded by Preston Turner, bumped by Preston Turner, backs it up. 5-second count was on. He works the ball to the right side, and then he's going to be driven out of bounds, and a foul is going to be called, I believe, against Preston Turner. 7:37 to play, first foul of the ball game. It'll be the Cougars with a basketball side court. To work the ball in will be Jake Lane. Lane with Kel Slater in his face. Jonathan Stewart not getting the start today. Wasn't able to practice yesterday, and so he will probably see some action later on, but Kel getting the start tonight. And, you know, Kel's been playing some great ball, Mark.
He really has. I've been really impressed with the way he's developed just this year alone, David.
Campbell County gets the first shot up, no good. They have the rebound for a second, then knocked out of bounds. We played almost 40 seconds of basketball, and Campbell County will get the basketball. Jake Lane, 5'11" senior, is their senior night. They had a prolonged senior night, but I had a long interview with Coach Redmond. I told her, I'm going to talk to you a while here tonight. Campbell County yet to get the ball in. They turn it over for a moment. Saved on the floor by Walden. Walden throws up a two-handed jumper. Good. He was the leading scorer the first time we played him, and Campbell County leads it 2-0. Here's Isaiah Johnson down the floor, giving it up to Kell, around to Jeremy Miller. Around to Preston Turner in the left corner. Thought about driving, will not do it. Backs it up with a pass to the point guard, Isaiah Johnson, back to Kell. Against the zone, once again, the Wildcats working in Jeremy Miller. Free throw line jumper is up, no good. Rebound to Campbell County. Here come the Cougars down the floor. Spencer Boshears pushes it up the floor to Jake Lane, who sets it down the floor. Number 50, that's Walden, back to the top for a three. No good. Rebound, Isaiah Johnson. Wildcats on a 4-on-2 break. Isaiah to Jeremy Miller for the shot. He walks. Took one extra step before he got to the rim and turns the ball over. 2-0 Campbell County, 6:38 to play in the first quarter. These two teams, opposite records. The Wildcats going for their 20th win tonight. Campbell County could lose their 20th game tonight, Mark. And it's hard to believe that Campbell County has fallen like this. For those of us who have watched Campbell County over the years. Cougar ball, they've got a nice drive. They get a shot up. Good. They score, and Oak Ridge trails 4-0. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Isaiah Johnson with it. Wildcats were a little bit out of their rhythm to start this ball game as Jeremy gets a little 5-footer, no good. He does draw the foul. I talked about this in the girls' game. If you were listening or watching, they had so much free time during the girls' game where they were just kind of wandering around. So hopefully Coach Green, and I'm sure Coach Green will get their attention if they're not focused as Jeremy goes to the free throw line.
Yeah, you know, you and I both noticed the same thing there. They just wandering around, there's kind of free will that they had there. As the first free throw is up and no good by Jeremy Miller, but Wildcats trailing right now 4-0 early in the first quarter. 6:16 to play first quarter. Jeremy to the line, toss is good. Wildcats have their first point, and down the floor will come Campbell County facing Oak Ridge's pressure. Then it comes to number 12 with the basketball. Jake Lane trapped, nearly stripped to the ball, works the ball down the floor, goes in for the shot. Good. Campbell County scores, and it's 6-1. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Isaiah Johnson accelerates, top of the circle, penetrates right, gives it into Kell. Kell kicks the ball left side, Millaway won't take the three. Campbell County backs it up to Preston Turner. Preston free throw line, shot to or pass to Isaiah Johnson, backs it up once again to Preston. Preston to Jeremy, looks inside of Millaway, wide open, layup good. They lost him somehow there. Jonathan Millaway found himself wide open, and the Wildcats in a 6-3 ball game. They trail. Ball's worked in. Kell nearly steals it. Ball's loose out of bounds. Kicked out of bounds by Campbell County's Jake Lane. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. Oak Ridge trails 6-3. 5:33 to play in the first quarter. Campbell County. I told Lee before the ball game, although we have a better record than them, it'll be close in the first half. Campbell County always plays us tough. As they get a driving layup, that was just terrible defense right there. As Spencer Boshear scores, and it's a 5-point game. 8-3 the score. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. With it, over goes to Preston Turner. Fakes the three, will not take it. Goes to Miller. Miller harassed, backs it up. The Wildcats have got to be careful as Jonathan launches a three from the right corner. It's going to be no good. Rebounded by Campbell County. The exchange student pulls it down. They lead it by 5. 8-3 our score. Down the floor with the basketball once again will come the Cougars. 8-3 Campbell County. With it will come Jake Lane. Lobs it down low. Layup. Good. They score. Nate Walden, and the Wildcats are down 7. Defense has been atrocious, Mark. It really has. Just a lot of breakdowns there, and I'm really surprised they're not trying to get it into Millaway more often.
Another missed shot, rebounded by Preston, back up with a shot, no good. Campbell County then knocks it out of bounds. One of those days where Oak Ridge cannot hit the broadside of a barn shooting either, as Jonathan Stewart checks in along with Stafford Shanklin. Millaway's going to check out. 10-3 our score. The Wildcats down 7. 4:34 to play. Oak Ridge basketball. Cougar fans making tons of noise as they get that big senior out of the ball game. Oak Ridge ball. Miller goes up for the shot, no good. Didn't really get a good shot at it. He is fouled though by Nate Walden. For Walden, that'll be personal foul number 1, team foul number 2 called against Campbell County. Oak Ridge down 10-3. Jeremy has 1 point in the ball game, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. For Campbell County High School, Tuesday we're at Cleveland. Free throw, good. Back to the line he goes. Wildcats to the free throw line. 10-4 is our score. 4:33 to play first quarter. Wildcats have a full contingency of players here as Miller drops in the free throw. It'll be Campbell County basketball. They're going to call a delay of game. The Wildcats threw the ball to the official instead of the player who was ready to inbound it. That's an interesting call, but I guess it's probably the proper call. It's Campbell County yet to get the ball in, and they don't. Campbell County has to use a timeout. 4:33 to play first quarter, 10-5 Campbell County. We'll take a break. We'll send it back to Brian. We'll be back to Campbell County High School in 30 seconds. Welcome back to Campbell County High School. David Clary, Mark Haste, along with Lee Wexler, Christian Rosas Rodriguez. Wildcats, not a great start here. They trail 10-5, 4:29 to play first quarter. Here comes Campbell County down the floor with the basketball. Nate Walden throws the ball away, intercepted by Preston Turner. Turner's going to go coast to coast to the right block. Shot is up, no good. He is fouled by Nate Walden. That is his second personal foul. He's arguably their best player, Mark, so it'd be great to get him into foul trouble.
Yeah, I like seeing number 42 on the bench too, because I'm not familiar with him. I think is this his first year playing, number 42? Yeah, so he was causing Milloway some real problems in there, so I'm glad to see him on the bench.
10-6 is our score. 4-point game. Preston Turner knocks down the first free throw. His first point of the night. His second free throw is good. Wildcats down 3 now, 10-7, 4:19 to play first quarter. Campbell County trying to get the ball in against the Oak Ridge press. They do, and it comes to number 30. That's Bo Shears. In the rear court, bumped, fires it across the way to number 10, Seth Ward. Ward trapped by Oak Ridge. He works the ball back out the lane. Lane flows one up there, good. Jake Lane, little floater in the paint, and the Wildcats trail 12-7. Here's Oak Ridge down the floor. Jonathan Stewart for 3. Count it. 3-point shot. Jay Stu, and the Wildcats trail by 2. 12-10 our score. Campbell County facing full court pressure again, and they throw the ball away. Oak Ridge is going to get a good defense that time by the Wildcats. 3:47 to play first quarter. 12-10 is our score, and the Wildcats will get it underneath the goal. Jonathan Stewart comes in hot. Didn't shoot the ball particularly well from 3 against Carnes, but tonight on fire. Preston Turner in the lead. No good. He missed a 3 from that same corner. It's a 2-point game. 12-10 Campbell County. 3:40 to play first quarter. Here come the Cougars with the basketball. Number 30, Bo Shears. Harassed, nearly lost the ball on the sideline. Goes into Ward. Ward, too much penetration. Shot is blocked, and then a late whistle and a foul called against the Wildcats. Got the young official working the ball game here today. Might have been a foul. There was perhaps some contact. It'll be Campbell County going to the free throw line.
That foul on Jonathan Stewart, that'll be his first, team second, David. That's going to the line for the Cougars will be Seth Ward. This will be his first attempt tonight.
6-foot junior misses on the first one. Wildcats have Jonathan Milloway back in the ballgame. Isaiah Johnson, Jonathan Stewart, Jeremy Miller, and Preston Turner. That's the 5 we've seen start most of the season. Shot is good. Wildcats down 3, 13-10. Isaiah Johnson running down the floor. He sets it into Jeremy Miller to Preston Turner. Around to Jonathan, looks to Jonathan Milloway, goes into Jeremy Miller, into Jonathan Milloway for the shot. Rolls in good. Off the rim it goes, and it's a 1-point game. Campbell County trails 13-12. Here come the Cougars down the floor. Here's a near steal. It's going to be a kickball off the body of Jeremy Miller. 3:11 to play first quarter. Campbell County will substitute John Arnold in the game. Checking out will come Seth Ward. 13-12, Cougars in the lead. 3:11 to play here in the first period here at Campbell County High School. They work the ball in the corner. That's not a great trap as they work out of it down the floor, and then a holding foul is going to be called against Jonathan, and that is his second personal foul. 3:07 to play. Can't get into foul trouble. Wildcats are trying to be physical with the Cougars, but that's 2 big fouls against Jonathan Stewart. Here comes Campbell County. Jake Lane with it. 3 minutes to play first quarter. Cougars on top 13-12. Bounce pass on the left side. Harassing is Jonathan Stewart, number 24, Devin Jones. They work the ball to Bo Shears. Bo Shears drives in, throws one off the glass, good. Bo Shears scores, and it's a 3-point game. 4 points for him. 15-12 to score. The Wildcats still trailing. Isaiah Johnson to Jonathan Stewart to Milloway. Milloway on the block, goes in for the shot. He's fouled. Foul called against Campbell County will send Jonathan Milloway to the free throw line. Number 55's in the ball game, John Long. He is a freshman. He wears his hair like you did in high school, Mark, as Jonathan Milloway goes to the free throw line.
Not quite.
Free throw is good. Milloway knocks it in. Wildcats substituting Kel Slater back in the ball game. Preston Turner checks out. 2:34 to play first quarter. 15-13 the score. The Wildcats trailing Campbell County. Toss good. What was the score after 1 quarter at the Wildcat Arena? As the Wildcats trail and have trailed the whole game, 15-14.
It was 30-14.
I thought it was a big difference in the game as the Cougars bring the ball down the floor in a 1-point game. Here comes the half-court trap again. They get the ball across the line with Bo Shears. Bo Shears then throws it back across the line. Stolen away by Oak Ridge. Jeremy Miller picks it up on the baseline, kicks the ball back out to Kel. Jonathan Milloway fakes the 3. No place to go. Kicks the ball to Isaiah in the right corner. He can't control the pass. Goes out of bounds. Campbell County disrupting the Wildcats. Wildcats do not look comfortable at all in their offense.
Yeah, I mean, they're moving the ball very quickly around the horn, David, but Campbell County's just right there.
Here's a steal by Jonathan, saved away by Isaiah Johnson. Great play by 2 teammates. The Wildcats throw the ball away, though. Very ill-advised pass. He had a couple teammates he could have gotten rid of the ball to, but instead elected to go for a long pass. That shot is missed, though, by Milloway, and then he throws the ball away. They get an 8-footer. It's up. No good. Wow. Wildcats don't look sharp at all. 15-14 the score. Oak Ridge down a point. Here comes Milloway to Miller. 1 dribble. He goes up for the shot, and it's blocked off the side of the backboard, and they say it is Campbell County's ball. It'll be Cougar ball. The Wildcats pressing to work the ball in. Once again will come Devin Jones. Jones works it into Bo Shears, who nearly throws the ball away. Saved away by Campbell County. They have some numbers, and they lose the ball on the floor. Picked up, should be a jump ball. The alternate possession arrow should give the Wildcats the basketball. Campbell County doing a really good job against our pressure, Mark.
Yeah, they really are. And, you know, I'll be honest with you, David, Wildcats are playing pretty sloppy tonight. I mean, we saw them, you know, I talked about it on the way up here. The Clinton game was by far the best game that the Wildcats played, but they've not played well since.
A lot of times when you play a team that you've beaten so badly, you don't play your best ball, and right now the Wildcats have trailed the entire way. Lucas Searcy's in the ball game now. As the Wildcats, he's a good three-point shooter. As Isaiah Johnson takes a 3, it's up good. 3-point shot, Isaiah Johnson, his first 3 points of the game, and Oak Ridge has his first lead. 17-15 the score. With 1:05 to play, down the floor with the basketball will come the Cougars. They work it across with ease. 1 minute to play first quarter, Campbell County basketball. Bo Shears dribbling in front of Jeremy Miller. 17-15 Oak Ridge. 53 seconds to play in the first quarter. Campbell County working it down the floor. With it will come number 12, that's Jake Lane. Wildcats wanted an illegal screen right there. They didn't get it called. Saved on the floor by Bo Shears. Backs it up. Guarded by Miller. Throws up a shot. Off the glass. Terrible shot. Rebounded by Milloway. 35 seconds to play. Here come the Wildcats running. Isaiah Johnson, right side. He goes to Kel. Kel, 1 dribble, 1 shot. No good. But he is fouled. 27.9 seconds to play first quarter. Kel Slater to the free throw line. Hope you enjoy Kel Slater on the Off the Glass show. Sophomore. He told me, and he was honest, that Jada used to beat him one-on-one in basketball. They're brother and sister, Jada Gwynn, as Kel goes to the free throw line. First shot, no good. Foul in the act of shooting, he'll have another one. Wildcats getting Nick Dallas in the ball game. Wildcats getting a lot of bodies. I think Coach Green hasn't liked what he has seen out of certain players, and he's substituting. Oak Ridge by 2. 17-15 the score. Kel back to the free throw line. Puts the shot up there. and it's good. Wildcat lead is 3, 18-15. That's Kell's first shot. 27 seconds to play first quarter. The Wildcats in an 18-15 ball game. Campbell County down the floor. Jake Lane trapped at the midcourt line by Miller, and Slater throws the ball out to the top of the circle. Here goes Devin Jones. Guarded by Nick Dallas and Kell Slater. He swings the ball with 12 seconds out to number 40, who nearly lost the ball. Ball is lost on the floor and out of bounds. Last touch by Oak Ridge. A lot of physical ball movement, a lot of hustle by the Oak Ridge defense here with 8 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, the Wildcats have remained active, but, just kind of sloppy on defense to this point. But that possession, they really had a good defensive possession.
Campbell County lets a three-point shooter good, and they foul him in the act of shooting. An opportunity for a 4-point play. We are tied 18-18, 0.6 seconds, and Campbell County will go to the free throw line. It'll be Noah Burden to give them the lead. It's tied. Free throw, good. Campbell County leads after 1. Oak Ridge works it into Slater. They get a shot off, it won't count as the first quarter comes to a close. Wildcats trail 19-18. We'll be back to Campbell County in 60 seconds. David Clary, Marquez, Lee Wexler, Christian Rosas Rodriguez, Brian Bennett back here at Campbell County High School. Wildcats down 19-18 after taking a 3-point lead, 18-15, a 4-point play by Campbell County to close out the first quarter. Here's a steal by Isaiah. Isaiah Johnson, Preston Turner drives in for the layup. Good. Preston scores. Good defense right there, and the Wildcats retake the lead.
Yeah, credit to Isaiah Johnson for his defensive back hands there. He just reached up and intercepted the pass.
Campbell County facing Oak Ridge's trap there at the midcourt line. Knocks the ball out of bounds to the Wildcats. It'll be the Cougars with the basketball side court. To work the ball in will be Spencer Boshears. Campbell County substituting. Campbell County's done a lot of substituting. I think they think the pace of the game doesn't need to be like it is right now, or they'll be out of gas by the end of the game. As Campbell County works the ball against Oak Ridge's offense, they'll drive the baseline, throw the ball away, intercepted by Preston Turner. Turner then fouled. That's a tough foul. It looked like he swept the ball away from him and punched it, I guess, but it looked like he punched the ball, not the body. But okay. It goes our favor, Mark, so I should be happy.
Yeah, that back tip, I mean, unless you're in the right position, that back tip will often get called as a foul there.
20-19, Oak Ridge in the lead. Jonathan Stewart playing with 2 fouls right now. Preston Turner's in the ball game. Isaiah Johnson, Jonathan Milloway, Jeremy Miller. The Wildcats trying to get the ball inside. They get it into Milloway. Kicks it out. Jonathan Stew for 3. No good. Wildcats misfiring there, and Campbell County has the rebound. Oak Ridge by 1. Campbell County brings it down the floor. Here it goes to Jake Lane in the right corner. Slings the ball to the top of the circle to Boshears. Boshears guarded by Preston Turner. They lob the ball down low. Ball knocked out of bounds by Jonathan Milloway. 6:55 to play second quarter. 20-19. Oak Ridge in the lead. Campbell County trying to end a long losing streak to Oak Ridge. 43 straight games dating back to 1999. as Campbell County will try to work the ball in. Yet to do it, now they do in the right corner. Good defense by Preston, denying Boshears the baseline. They kick the ball back out to Walden, who lobs it down low to the big guy. He takes up a shot, no good. Milloway on the rebound. Milloway looks for help, gives it over to Stewart. Jonathan Stewart down the floor for the Wildcats. Gives it over to Isaiah, to Jonathan, dribbles in, pulls up, shoots a 6-footer, floats it in good. Jonathan Stewart with 5 points, and Oak Ridge leads again by 3. 22-19 the score, 6:27 to play second quarter. Down the floor will come the Campbell County Cougars. Jake Lane dribbles right, dribbles to the corner. They have a 3, they won't take it. They work the ball down low, get a shot off, no good. Rebound, Oak Ridge, and a jump ball. Oh, that is terrible. That is absolutely terrible bat officiating. Absolutely terrible. That is absolutely garbage. 22-19. Luckily, we have the possession arrow.
Yeah, that happened right in front of the Oak Ridge bench and the Oak Ridge fans, so they really gave it to the referee on that one, David.
22-19 the score. I mean, they don't see them all, but he didn't see that at all. Oak Ridge basketball. Jonathan Milloway double team, takes it strong to the hole. Good, and he's fouled. Opportunity for a three-point play. Jonathan Milloway will go to the free throw line. 6 minutes, 2 seconds to play. 22-19. I wonder if he knows right now by the reaction of the crowd if he made a mistake there.
I hope so.
As Milloway goes to the line, 24-19, 5-point Oak Ridge lead, 6-point Oak Ridge lead as Jonathan drops it in. 25-19 Wildcats, 6 minutes to play second quarter. Down the floor with the basketball will come the a steal by Isaiah, saved by Walden. He launches a 3. It's good. Nate Walden drops it in, back to a 5-point Oak Ridge lead. 27-22 the score, 5:15 to play second quarter. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Miller with it, Jonathan Stewart. Inside Jeremy Miller, shot is up, the rim, no good. Rebound, Campbell County. Here come the Cougars down the floor. Coast to coast, they drive in, no good. Rebounded by Milloway to Isaiah Johnson. Pace is being played at Oak Ridge's pace right now as the Wildcats step out of bounds. Isaiah just ran to the baseline, stepped on it, and turned it over as Kel Slater will come into the game. Oak Ridge on top, 27-22. With the basketball will come Campbell County facing the press. The Wildcats are playing the pace they want to, up and down. I know Campbell County doesn't want to run like this. As Campbell County drives in, here's the shot, no good. Rebound Milloway. Another board for him. Down the floor will come the Wildcats, up by 5, 27-22. Jeremy Miller, one dribble, one shot, 2 points. Miller off the glass, and Oak Ridge leads by 7, 29-22, and near steal by Isaiah Johnson, spinning out of trouble, and then is swept away by Jonathan Stewart. Jonathan better watch it or he'll pick up his 3rd foul. Isaiah's going to come out of the game. Flip Thompson's coming in. Also checking in will come Stafford Shanklin. Stafford didn't report to the scores table. He just came in. That's good officiating right there by the one who didn't do such a good job before. But he didn't report in, and that's the rules, Mark.
Yeah, I mean, no complaint on that one, David.
Campbell County throws the ball back in the rear court. I thought he touched it down here, which would have meant an over and back, but I guess not. It'll be Campbell County basketball. Jake Lane, 29-22 to score, 4:19 to play in the first half. Campbell County goes down to Boshears. Shot is up by Walden. Good. Little sweet foul. Let's see who it's on. Personal foul is going to go against Oak Ridge. It's going to go against Jonathan Stewart, and that's his 3rd personal foul. 5-point game. And Preston is going to come into the ball game. Stafford Shanklin. Milloway checks out. 29-24 Oak Ridge. They can cut it at the line. Nice round of applause for the Oak Ridge fans applauding Jonathan Milloway as Nate Walden, 6'2 player, goes to line, drops it in. He was the leading scorer at the Wildcat Arena in the Wildcat Swim. A lot closer than I anticipated, Mark, 29-25.
Yeah, we just can't seem to, kind of close them out here or, get our nose out in front very much, Dave. 4 points, I believe, is about our biggest lead.
29-25 the score. Oak Ridge ball. Preston to Jeremy Miller. Miller works the ball to Kell. Kell got a screen, goes into Miller. Out to Flip Thompson he goes, back to Miller. Jeremy Miller drives the baseline, pulls up, baseline jumper, way too strong. Stafford with a nice board. Put the ball down on the floor, probably should have gone right back up with it as he's tied up the alternate possession arrow this time to Campbell County. Should have probably just gone right back up with it. When you put the ball down on the floor in traffic, most of the time it's not going to end up well.
Yeah, I mean, you got to take advantage of, kind of catch them off guard. So, a quick shot there would be much better. Dave, looking at the stats, it looks like Jeremy Miller's 1 for 6 from the field. Almost all of his points from the free throw line tonight.
Campbell County working the ball down the floor. They kick it out to number 40. They give him a three. Why not? He nailed it. Three-point shot, Noah Burden. And the Wildcat lead is 29-28. 3:28 to play in the first half. Preston for three, good. Three-point shot, so there's the answer for Preston, and he's got 7 points. Wildcats back up by 4. 32-28 the score. Campbell County down the floor. Devin Jones with it across the line to Bo Shears. Comes cross court. Once again it goes to Burden. Burden kicks it out to the top of the circle to Jones. Campbell County ball. They trail 32-28. 3 minutes to play here in the second quarter. With the basketball will come the Cougars. Noah Burden guarded by Preston Turner. Bounce pass to the right side to Bo Shears. Fakes a three. Won't take it. Backs it up with a pass to Burden. Burden guarded by Preston Turner. Backs up to the midcourt line. Bounce pass goes out once again to Burden. He lost the ball. Jeremy Miller steals it. Will we have a dunk? He's going to foul him as he makes his approach. Or did he call a carry on Jeremy Miller? And that's going to turn the ball back over to Campbell County. 2:42 to play. And, well, Mark, we're on the road here, so you got to expect not getting all the calls. 32-28 the score, 2:38 to play second quarter. Wildcats up by 4. Give Campbell County credit. They're playing really well.
Yeah, they are. I mean, they're not backing down at all, David. He walked.
Out to the top it goes Seth Ward. They get a wide open three. Good. Three-point shot by Devin Jones. And the Wildcats lead is up to 1 again, 32-31. Isaiah Johnson with it over to Jeremy Miller. Jeremy backs it up, 2:11 to play. Wildcats are just not been able to get the ball down low to Jonathan Milloway. He's got to get himself open, though, to be honest with you. As the Wildcats work it into Milloway, he catches it, shoots it, no good. Gets his own rebound. Man, he's fouled. And he finally does have to blow the whistle there. 1:57 to play. I think Jonathan got fouled the first time he shot.
Yeah, I think he did too, Dave. But they've really got to take advantage of that mismatch. I mean, Milloway on number 55, John Longhair rather.
That's a good one.
They got to take advantage of that mismatch.
Jeremy, a little bit rattled, I think. Misfires badly on his free throw. 32-31. Coach Green having words with Preston Turner as Jeremy Miller goes to the free throw line. He's got 5 in the game, but struggling. Good. Much better that time. 2-point game. Oak Ridge in the lead, 33-31. 1:57 to play second quarter. Here comes Campbell County down the floor. Cougars in the rear court. Here it goes, number 12, Jake Lane. Harassed, might have walked. Looked like he took a step. Didn't see it. And then they're going to call a foul. That's going to be the 16th foul. It was a walk up here, I think. And Coach Green has words with him again, but he doesn't want to talk to him. 33-31 the score. Campbell County basketball. To work the ball in, Spencer Boshears. 1:45 to play second quarter. 33-31 the score. Campbell County basketball. With it will come Jake Lane. Wildcats playing with Jonathan Milloway. In the ballgame, Isaiah Johnson. Lucas Searcy is back in there. Is a foul against Kell. That'll be the 7th team foul. Kell picks up personal foul number 1. That'll send Campbell County to the line. Jake Lane, 5'11 senior. The Wildcats 13-0 in the district. Yet to score in this game as Lane goes to the line, 1 and the bonus. 4 points in the game, I'm sorry. Yet to attempt a free throw. I turned around and only saw that. I didn't see the first signal, Mark. Minute 35 to play. Free throw, clang off the iron, no good. Rebound, Oak Ridge. Isaiah Johnson, 2-point Oak Ridge lead, 33-31. Jeremy Miller dribbles, stops. Block is going to be the count, and the basket counts. He counted the basket. He didn't shoot it until he had already been fouled. That's crazy. That's the same guy. I don't know if it's a makeup. That's bad officiating right there, Mark. That basket never should have counted.
Yeah, it really was, Dick. I think he took a step or two after the contact.
Campbell County's coach has words for the poor guy. He's catching it from all sides now. 36-31, Oak Ridge by 5. Campbell County basketball in the left corner. Number 10, Seth Ward. Harass, lobs it over to Bo Shears. Bo Shears back to the corner and unable to get the three off, but it's too much middle penetration. Shot no good. Oak Ridge on the rebound. Kel Slater with the basketball. 36-31 Wildcats. Kel to the hole. No good. Draws the foul, and he'll go to the free throw line if the guy makes the right call. He didn't see it. He doesn't know. It's going to be a foul called against Campbell County. I thought he signaled 23. I don't see.
Maybe.
There's not a 23 out there. It is, I guess, 24. Boy, this one young guy, he's struggling, Mark. And so is the older, tall guy. The free throw is good by Kel, and Oak Ridge's lead is 6. 37-31, a minute 5 to play in the second quarter. Back to the free throw line, Kel Slater. Shot, good. Kel knocks him down. As Oak Ridge substitutes Preston Turner in for Lucas Searcy. Also out of the contest will come one of the Cougars, and into the game will come John Arnold. Campbell County basketball trailing by 7, 38-31. Inbounds comes in to Jake Lane. Lane in the rear court, lobs it across the way. They get the ball across the line. Here it goes to Devin Jones. He lost the ball for a second, grabbed it in the corner, uses his shoulder to get positioning. Pretty good play. Campbell County in the left corner, dribbles in. Might have been a double dribble. Here comes a dunk. Jeremy Miller makes his approach, goes in for the shot. It's blocked out of bounds. Hard foul, and one of the Cougars is down. Down goes Seth Ward, and we might have to take an injury timeout. Let's do it. 45 seconds to play. The Wildcats in the lead, 38-31. We'll take a break. We'll send it back. We'll send it back to the station. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Yeah. He's gonna go get his gun.
Welcome back once again to Campbell County High School. The officials and the coaches, nobody's happy. Campbell County's coach not happy as Oak Ridge works it into Jeremy Miller. Kel Slater to Isaiah Johnson. Here's the alley-oop lob to Jeremy Miller. Missed the shot. Millaway on the rebound. Good. Millaway on the alley-oop, and the Wildcat lead is 9. 40-31 the score. Down the floor, Campbell County. Cougar basketball. Near steal. Wildcats, Kel Slater, and he calls a foul! That is absolutely garbage. This guy is absolutely terrible. Oh, man. Hairstyle and all, this guy is so bad. And then Coach Green has been warned, but okay. Officiate the game better, and you won't have to. 40-31 the score, and there's the technical. Elvis has called the foul. Technical against Coach Green. He'll have to sit the rest of the way. This is the Campbell County Oak Ridge rivalry that I remember, Mark Hayes.
Oh, yeah, it is, David. It's always exciting. I tell you what, as they go to the free throw line, both fans' bases are fired up.
Campbell County down by 9. 40-31 the score. To the free throw line, Devin Jones. 6'1" player, lefty. Shoots. Good. Listen to Campbell County fans. 40-32 our score. Back to the free throw line, Devin Jones. Good. Now they'll shoot the regular free throws. Campbell County, Spencer Boshears goes to the free throw line. 40-33 the score, 7-point Wildcat lead. They'll get 2 shots here and the ball. It's the way the first quarter kind of ended with, as the free throw is good. 3 straight points. 6-point game, 40-34, 28 seconds to play first half. Back to the free throw line, Campbell County. His toe across the line, good. 4 straight points, Campbell County basketball. Coach Green's going to have to sit the rest of the ball game, Mark. 28 seconds to play, 5-point Wildcat lead. 40-35 the score. It'll be Campbell County basketball. Work the ball in, Spencer Boshears. 26 seconds to play. The Wildcats currently playing with Kel Slater, Jeremy Miller, Oak Ridge, Preston Turner, Jonathan Milloway, Isaiah Johnson. Wildcats working hard defensively. Bounce pass, left side, on the baseline. 11 seconds. They get a shot. No, Isaiah steals it. Wildcats down the floor. Jeremy gives it to Isaiah for the layup. Good. Isaiah Johnson scores. As the quarter comes to a close, Oak Ridge has the lead. It's pandemonium in the Oak Ridge student section. It's pandemonium in the community section. Oak Ridge leads 42-35. The Wildcats in the lead, 42-35. Mark Haste, as I said, I've waited for this for 20 years. This is Oak Ridge and Campbell County the way we know it best.
I was just watching David as one of the guys for Campbell County. He was getting very vocal. He's heading towards the locker room for the Wildcats as he wants to say something to the coaching staff. So have to watch that, David. That's just not, when you get the fans getting out of their seats like that, it's just not a good situation.
They better get a police officer over there. 42-35 our score. We're going to take a break. We'll be back. Look at the stats. And incidentally, the Lady Wildcats won the District 3 championship tonight. We'll be back in 3 minutes. Should I go to other athletics? She's over there. She's over there. You're right. He's one that's supposed to.
Yeah, he was. He was the guy who was standing up here yelling.
Do the girls too, and then take a break, whatever we have left, so I don't have to talk so much.
going to be pretty hard for him.
David Clary back here along with Mark Case, Lee Wexler, Christian Rosas Rodriguez, along with Brian Bennett, our engineer back in the studios of FM 92.7, FM 94.7. More presentations going on here at halftime of this game. Mark's still working on the final statistics. I can tell you that the Wildcats do lead 42-35. They trail by 1 after 1 quarter, but they now lead by 7, and it has been a fiery first half. The fan bases going at it one another here, and it's, as I said earlier, I don't want violence to happen, but this is the way I remember this rivalry, with the fan bases just getting into it. They have an enormous student section across the way there. They've just got a big turnout of fans here in general, and they are fired up. And I can tell you right now, Coach Green has not made a friend with that one guy down there. Mark, you've got the stats here.
Thank you very much, David. Leading scorer for the Wildcats is Jonathan Milloway. He has 11 points. He's 4 of 6 from the field, 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Jeremy Miller has added 9 points for the Wildcats, 2 of 8 from the field, 5 of 7 from the free throw line. Isaiah Johnson has 7 points for the Wildcats. He's perfect from the field. He has 2 two-pointers and 1 three-pointer. Also with 7 points, Preston Turner. He's 2 of 4 from the field. 1 of those a three-pointer, and he's 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Jonathan Stewart has added 5 points for the Wildcats. He's 2 of 3 from the field, and Kel Slater has 3 points, all from the free throw line, where he is 3 for 4. Now looking at the team statistics for the Wildcats, they are 13 of 24 from the field. They're 10 of 18 from inside the three-point line. They're 3 of 6 from outside the three-point line, and they're 13 of 16 from the free throw line. Now looking at the Campbell County Cougars, they're led in scoring by Nate Walden, who has 10 points for the Cougars. He's 4 of 5 from the field, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. Noah Burden has added 7 points for the Cougars. He's 2 of 2 from three-point land and 1 of 1 from the free throw line. He is the individual who got fouled shooting a 3 earlier in the second quarter and converted on the 4-point play. Spencer Boshears has 6 points for the Cougars. He's 2 of 5 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Devin Jones has 5 for the Cougars. He's 1 of 1 from beyond the three-point line, and he's 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Jake Lane has 4 points for the Cougars. He's 2 of 7 from the field, 0 of 1 from the free throw line. Seth Ward has added a point for the Cougars. He's 1 of 2 from the free throw line, and John Arnold rounds out the scoring for the Cougars. He has 2 points. He's 1 of 1 from the field. As a team, the Cougars are 12 of 22 from the field. They're 8 of 17 from inside the three-point line, 4 of 5 from outside the three-point line, and 7 of 9 from the free throw line. Wildcats trailed at the end of the first quarter 19-18, then outscored the Cougars 24-16 in the second quarter to take a 42-35 lead at the half. Earlier tonight, the Lady Wildcats were victorious by a final score of 58-45. Leading scorer for the Lady Wildcats was Kamari Mitchell-Steen. She had 23. Bree Dunbar had 17. Rajay Eccles had 13 for the Lady Wildcats. Hope Holt had 3, and Samaj Clark had 2. We're going to take a 3-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have the second half of this ball game. I took a 3-minute break right at 3 minutes. There's the guy who was talking in the corner down there. I see. Yeah. How much of a break did you take? I mean, he's 3 minutes.
Welcome back once again to Campbell County High School. The second half about to get set here. 42-35. The Wildcats will get the ball first. Oak Ridge comes out with Isaiah Johnson, Jeremy Miller, Preston Turner, Jonathan Milloway, Jonathan Stewart. Second half underway. 42-35. The Wildcats in the lead. Back to the zone go the Wildcats, shooting from the free throw line. No good. Missed by Jonathan Stewart. Taken away by Campbell County. Very intense first half, Mark.
Yeah, especially the way it ended there, David. You know, just a lot of kind of drama, especially with that hard foul.
Campbell County basketball, 42-35 the score. With the basketball will come the Cougars on the right block. There's a shot blocked by Milloway, knocked out of bounds by Jonathan. 7:31 to play third quarter, 42-35. So far, so good. Good night. The girls junior varsity won easily. Campbell County yet to get the ball in. They're taking forever as they work the ball into the right corner. Nate Walden along the baseline, harassed by Jonathan Stewart, throws the ball out to the top and works the ball out here to Bo Shears. Got it by Preston Turner. Wildcat lead is up by 7. 42-35 the score, 7:19 to play in the third period. A near steal by Jonathan. He didn't touch it. It goes out of bounds. Walden, or Bo Shears, said it was touched, but I didn't see it, but, you know, we're a long ways up here. Here comes Isaiah Johnson down the floor. Wildcats up by 7, 7:10 to play. Isaiah Johnson with the basketball to Jeremy Miller. Here's the alley-oop lob, and then he was held. Holding foul is going to go against Nate Walden, and I believe that'll be his third foul. Team foul number 1. The pass was not great, but he still got held, so that's a foul. Jonathan Stewart to work it in. Jeremy Miller, layup good. Really nice inbounds play. The Wildcats do a really good job on inbounds.
Yeah, they really do. They've got, you know, probably, I don't know how many, probably 7 or 8 different inbounds plays that they really execute well.
Missed shot by Campbell County, rebounded by Preston Turner. Here come the Wildcats coast to coast. Preston to the hole. No good. A blocking foul called against Campbell County. It's going to go against Jake Lane. That'll be his first personal foul. Team foul number 2 called against Campbell County. 9-point game, but we haven't been able to pull away from them yet here, Mark.
No, we really haven't. You know, we got up with a pretty good lead, but then the momentum really shifted towards Campbell County there late in the second quarter as Preston Turner's free throws up and good. He's 3 of 3 from the free throw line. He has 8 points.
10-point Oak Ridge lead now, 45-35, 6:46 to play here in the third period. Preston's second toss, good. Knocked them both down. Preston's a pretty good free throw shooter, and he knocks them down. And here come the Cougars down the floor, moving left to right. Spencer Bo Shears. Got it by Jonathan Stewart. 46-35 Wildcats. Lady Wildcats won the District 3 championship, at least a share of it tonight. They will get a bye in the first round of the district tournament, which has automatically put them in the region tournament along with the guys. Campbell County basketball, Devin Jones splitting the defense, works the ball over on the left side. It goes to number 12, Jake Lane. A lot of ball movement right now. Campbell County misses a shot, rebounded by Preston. Preston Turner comes out of there with the basketball. Preston behind the back dribble, gives it up to Jay Stu for 3. No good. Looked on target as the ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by Campbell County. Wildcats will get the basketball, or Campbell County will get the basketball after the missed shot. Jonathan was open there, just didn't knock the shot down.
Yeah, he didn't, and you know he took it on himself as he patted his chest, you know, saying that was my fault, guys.
Campbell County's inbounds is knocked out of bounds by a hustling Preston Turner. Wildcats have really done a pretty good job defending the inbounds in this ball game.
Yeah, they really have. I mean, we talked about how active the Wildcats have been all game long.
Campbell County basketball moving left to right. With the basketball will come Spencer Bo Shears. Wildcats trying to win their 20th game of the year. Bounce pass goes down low. Shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Isaiah Johnson. Oak Ridge by 11, 46-30.